I once sought power. The power to defeat my foes and smite who I found wicked. The power to defend a false idol. In this search for power, I lost a part of myself. A piece I did not know that I could lose. Empathy left me. I was a shell of myself, a living Triton blade. I am no longer a blade that brings pain. I am a shield that protects. In the silence of your deepest struggles, in the moments when life feels empty, when the future seems to be a distant haze, remember this: you are alive. In the quiet, listen to your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breath. These are not just signs of life, they are proof of your true potential. I, Proximus, once stood where you stand right now, at the fork of two paths, amidst the chaos of this world, but within me burned a great fire to become more, to rise above the ordinary. Every one of you carries the potential to improve, to grow, to transform yourself into something greater. You are not bound by your past, by your failures, or the expectations of others. You are bound only by the limits you set upon yourself to evolve and become greater, to become a guardian of what you cherish. A guardian does not become strong by shunning their weaknesses. They become strong by facing them, by acknowledging them, and then by overcoming their weaknesses. So rise. Rise not just as a warrior. Rise not just as a guardian. Rise as a beacon of growth, as a symbol to Domaris of what it truly means to be alive, together, united. The path to becoming your own god is before you. Will you take the first step? Inheid von Vugde.
Hey! Hi! I don't have time for this. No offense, very busy. Hand me that red flask. The one on the left. Your other left. Oh, it's Winnie, sea scavenger extraordinaire. Shouldn't she be scavenging? Yes, I should. But no, there's things out there. Star things. Powerful things. World-changing things that need to be investigated. There's something... Jeffrey, don't eat that. Something I know I knew. There's so much I don't remember. Don't know. I have to relearn it. But how? So, I'm here, experimenting. Trying not to set the ship on fire. I don't even know what I'm looking for, exactly. Can a star be created? Can you get close to making a star? How do you reverse engineer the biggest magical object you've ever come across when you don't even have it anymore? See, I'm really good at the questions, but all I'm finding so far are more of them and no answers. Well, and a potion that makes you, really strong, but that's not what I wanted. Hey, do you... No, Jeffrey, don't eat that!
The last couple years have been eventful, to say the least. From small town thief to semi-reputable and known pirate feels like a big jump, but what's a pirate but a wet thief anyway? Sometimes I wonder if becoming a pirate was the right choice. That if I didn't sail to the far frozen north, would I still be on Soteria? Would I have found something else to occupy my time? Would I have landed amongst the stars like I have now? Or would I have been forced to serve the Nerean Empire until my dying breath when they tore core to shreds? Out on the sea and in the midst of building a new home and life, my heart is torn between vengeance for what was taken from me and gazing forward towards a new horizon, sailing with new friends and allies in search for a solution to the plague of the Empire amongst the waves. Is collecting the rings the correct choice? Should this source of elder power be brought into existence? Sure, it could be used to protect Ascension Isle, but it could easily be turned into a source of destruction, and it doesn't sit well with me. Our choices are slim as the Empire continues its siege upon the seas. But I'm not in the habit of doing nothing. I only hope that this is the right choice.
If freedom was what I was searching for, I found it in the crumbled remains of a statue. I found it in the sails of a stolen warship. I found it in a raging storm. I found it in a spark. Or flame, rather. I might have lost parts of me with broken packs, but I have found so much more. I have found friends and family. I have found heartbreak and love. I have found power. But most importantly, I have found myself. And now I can start to right my wrongs, one broken curse at a time. And if you're listening, and I know you are, I will rip you down in pieces, just like I did to you. One tiny piece at a time. I don't care how much power you think you have, but it is only as much as others give you. And storms will always have more. I promise you this. You have scorned the wrong siren, cursed fiend. For I am the slayer of gods. I am the breaker of chains. I am the redeemer queen of storms. I am Scarlett's shores.
I don't think anyone would argue with me if I said living in the city of Dis was not for the faint of heart. The thing that might surprise you is if I said returning to the material plane after an extended residency there isn't either. How do you return to a world that you have forgotten, one that you tried to forget? So much has changed, and yet so much remains the same. I tried to head home with the hope that something familiar could set a new baseline, a new starting point. I didn't get very far, now did I? I know a sign when I see one, and while I may have been disconnected from Avandra for so long, I have never forgotten how clearly she speaks. Maybe this is simply the path she would have intended for me on my return regardless. Or maybe it's because they are the reason I can hear her again. It doesn't matter. Whatever this is, it's important. I just pray this one turns out differently.
Waves crash on the beach of an endless sea. In them you hear a voice, a beckoning lure you have heard so many times before. It is the song of the horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and untold horrors, of golden promises and dire warnings, and you know her song. It has always been there. Listen, can you hear it? The wind is in your favor, the tide is rising, the sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls. Everybody, welcome to Horizon's Call. We had sound issues earlier. I hope we don't have them now. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. This is Season 5, Episode 22. Just for my sake, for later. Or Jen's sake, whoever's doing the rewatch later. Yeah, this is probably going to be our last episode before we take a little hiatus. Our last main episode. We will have a little... Mary, what did you call it in chat earlier? You call it...
It's a filler episode.
It is a filler episode. Thank you. Not a spinoff. It is a filler episode next week. But it will be full of owlbear. Singular. Maybe more. Who knows? I don't. Not right now.
check with me in a week. But we'll be back for that. Then Mikyl should be joining us right after break-ish. He's dealing with some stuff right now, so best of luck to him. But yes, welcome to Risen's Call. I'm Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I am your GM for this game. I'm joined as always by these lovely people who will have to go around and say more about themselves here momentarily. Before that, I do want to say that this is a Sword and Key game. You can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find all of our links in one neat, nice place. Right up at the top is our Twitch. If you're watching this live, give us a follow. If you scroll down on the beacons, you can see our YouTube, where you might be watching this later. Give us a follow there if you haven't already. It's always much appreciated for both. For other links, right up at the top, you can see our socials, Instagram and BlueSky. We also have our Discord there. It's a great place to hang out with cool folks, talk about cool games like this. Also see applications for future games when they do arrive. Yeah, Discord has a lot of cool stuff going on there, so check it out. You can also see links to our affiliates. We have a number of fantastic affiliates like Eldritch Foundry. They make custom minis no matter how weird and wild and normal and mild your TTRPG character might be. They have a couple of special deals. First of all, you can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. Second of all, if you use our affiliate link and you are a 3D printing kind of person, you can get a special deal for 3 months for $19.99 for unlimited 3D models that you can create in Eldritch Foundry and then print. The limit really relies on your 3D printer and the amount of filament that you have. But yeah, $19.99. I'm not a 3D printer personally, but that sounds a pretty good deal to me. So check out our affiliate link if that's something you have interest in. We're also affiliates with Long Dog Dice. Jenn, the wonderful person behind the wonderful Long Dog Dice, is a dice creator. You can get your perfect dice set today. Use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. And you can even get a custom set of Horizons Call dice, which are, I don't know, my cat knocked them all over and I saw them not long ago. They're relatively nearby.
Rude.
I know. I had 2 like dice vaults and the cats chase each other and knock them off all the time. So they're somewhere. And we'll find them later. But you can get your perfect set of
Mykyl's shop and showing it off.
I know. Thank you. But yes, the D6 has the Sword and Key logo on it, so you can get your perfect set today. We're also affiliates with Hit Point Press. They're the makers of Humblewood and Griffin Saddleback books. Tons and tons of great stuff. You know who they are. Use our affiliate link if you're going to be purchasing from them. We also have a number of great links for charitable organizations like Canuck Pants for Independence, Palestine Children's Relief Fund, and we also have a couple of Pallies on there. Pally is the tool that we use to support our players, as this channel does not yet break even. So if you like or even love what we do, please consider tipping to the Pally for this show in particular. Anything that you're generously able enough to tip can impact this game and gets evenly distributed amongst these wonderful friends here based on shares. That is all I have for that. We'll have more at the end. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and go around. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hey, I'm Mare. You can find me on, this is not the end thing. Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns. I play Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns. Your centaur, soul knife, rogue, star, druid, who is very happy to no longer be sharing a cabin with an owl bear.
Yeah, for the moment at least. Next up we have Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. There's so many buttons behind the scenes, you guys. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am playing Winnie Evandriel. Winora, if you're not one of her friends. Who would that even be? Her pronouns are also she, her, and she is a sea elf alchemical artificer.
I think it's important to note that Eva just has a button-up shirt that she plays with a lot, and that it just takes her a second. There's not a lot of anything else to press or play with. But
yeah, that wasn't tech related. I just
really like buttons.
Still learning buttons.
Next up, we would typically have Mikyl. Mikyl, like I said, will be joining us in a little bit, but I do want to shout out Mikyl for doing the character artwork that you can see on the screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. And hopefully we'll see him soon. Next up, we have Kaila.
Do you want me to do Mykyl's?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry,
go for it.
Sorry, you want to go first, Kaila?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Hi, fam. I'm Mikyl, and I play Proximus Midnight, Shadow Sorcerer, Oath
Paladin
of the Infinite Seas.
Perfect.
I appreciate the group effort on that.
Sometimes it takes a village, Derek.
It does. It sure does. Kayla, please. You're not Proximus anymore. I just want to set the scene.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I play your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who uses she, her pronouns along with myself, and I fucked around and found out.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm not worried. And then next up we have
Of course
Jenn.
you're not worried.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Kallista, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric. Also she, her. And she's fine. Everything's fine. She's adjusting
great.
very well to everything.
I'm glad someone is.
Yeah, she's great. It's all good.
Perfect. Great. This is Horizon Call. This is our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign using 5E rules, 5.1 or whatever the hell they're calling it now. And we do have a recap. Eva, I believe that is you. So whenever you are ready, the floor is yours.
Oh gosh, Derek, thank you for that.
Anytime.
Yeah. So, look, we made it to an island that is pretty cool, I think. But the thing is, look, we're allowed in port. It's okay for us as a group to go to port. What happens is usually there's fallout. So to really get into this recap, you need to know what happened like over the course of, we're not going to go all the way back, but suffice to say, we split up a lot. And last week we were still split up kind of a lot, but we got a little bit back together after making some choices. If you want to capitalize the C in choices, I do not blame you. Kallista and Scarlett were sort of riding the high. They wouldn't call it that, probably. Maybe sitting in their feelings about going to the bank the week before last. Also, I think we skipped a week, so the session before last. Time doesn't mean anything. But the thing is, we now have, God, I don't know, it's a lot of gold, you guys, on the ships. Enough to pay for 4 ship repairs and 4 ship crews. And really, no one should be able to carry that much money around at any given time. But it's probably fine. Winnie, was trying to go back to the ships like I had promised Acacia. I don't think I promised, but I gave strong illusions that I would. Implications. But I met some orcs who were being, let go or not hired. And they were kind of sounding like they were looking for work. And they're like fancy mercenaries. So Acacia joined me while I talked to them, and we didn't get into any trouble or anything. We made some new friends. Mostly thanks to Ripley, the surgeon on the Mercy, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna get the ships repaired, and let's see. That went really well, and we had a nice little lunch. On the ships, Proximus and Scarlett and Kallista was sort of just being a voyeur, but Scarlett and Proximus did like a little spirit board conversation with Corvus, and that was sort of scary, and they got some super fun conversational insights out of that. I think Scarlett's face sort of says it all right there. It went fine. Everybody survived, and I don't think anybody's possessed. I'm pretty sure Kallista would know. Although maybe she didn't check for it. I don't know. But I also wasn't there. What else? Oh. Speaking of possessed, Scarlett still has that deck of many things. which is cool and stuff that none of the rest of us know about it. I don't even know if Marcus knows about it. Oh, he was there for it. Yeah, Marcus knows. But he wasn't there for when Scarlett actually pulled a card. Because I believe they're still on the outs. And so now, Scarlett has a Revenant chasing her. We don't know where in the world the Revenant is. And none of the rest of us know about the Revenant yet. To be fair, it was pulled, like, at the end of the session. Like, it wasn't like a... I'm gonna just add this to my sack of secrets sort of thing. I mean, it probably is, but I'm just saying, like, opportunity-wise, Scarlett did not have a chance to tell any of us. Kallista got a shiny new shield. And... I don't know, I think we just added on a little bit of trauma to Scarlett and Proximus. I can't think of much else. Derek?
Top tier. I would say maybe the only other thing I might add is that Scarlett also did commission, in addition to the repairs of the ships, a new stained glass window for the back of the Mercy. Yes. Okay. Well.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I had a thought and then I absolutely lost it. I apologize.
Comes back to you, let me know.
Stabbed a lot.
Sorry?
LG got stabbed a lot.
Little Jeffrey played
yeah,
the knife game.
The knife game. Yeah. And Kallista didn't upset a child. So
Which is, for Jenn, very impressive. So.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Well, it is a fantasy game, so...
Feel well rested after 8 hours, don't make children cry. It's like the perfect little world here.
Yeah.
You heal all my damage and trauma in 24 hours.
Okay, well, one of those things was true.
Yeah.
And tune in next week for the results of it, but we did vacate, or are vacating, Lemon from Acacia's quarters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. Well, with that, let's go ahead and pick up. So, you are on the island of Planus, just north of the city proper of Lorefall. Your ships said, or at least the orcs that you had repairing the ships, said that they would be repaired within a day. The orcs really all gathered together, busted their butts, got severe repairs to two ships. I don't think the third one needed repairs, but at least outfitting all three of them, that's a pretty significant task to undertake. And so as the sun rises in that kind of pinkish, orangish kind of haze, as the clouds it's still cutting through a little bit, and it casts that very soft orange light on everyone, a new day has dawned on, at least where you are, on the planet of Damaris, and you all rise from presumably sleeping either in tents or perhaps even near the ships themselves. What would you all like to do before leaving the area of Lorefall, before leaving Planus, as I believe it was decided that your next goal was to venture to the next Elder Ring and see if you could acquire that, an Elder Ring that you know that is on a ship called the Lullaby, and is in the possession, as far as you're able to tell magically, the possession of Captain J-Jaw Bane. So what does this morning look like for you all? Anything you all wanted to do before leaving?
I would like to state for a fact before we probably not abandon ships, but like put them in the thing. Scarlett would have talked to Winnie about gold.
Okay.
And the fact that they are all stamped with the Nerian Empire
Winnie would
seal.
melt the shit out of that gold and rebar it, or whatever.
Sure. Basically, just take the marking off it, keep it with the same amount of value. Okay. That's probably going to be a task that's going to take you a couple of days, but something that you could do. You do have a week until you're going to reach.
Well, if we could have enough to pay the for the ships with unstamped Nerian bars, please.
I'm gonna be real honest. I kind of think taking the time to do it all in one go is probably a good idea, because we don't want to be found. I know we've got the secret hold, but I don't think we should be found with a bunch of Stamped gold.
Agreed.
Also, I don't feel safe doing that on the ships.
You have magical artificer abilities. You have little Jeffrey there as an assistant. You have enough magic within you that I think that if Scarlett prepped you the night before, that's something, even with trancing, you would be able to do adequately. Okay. So with unmarked gold, you are wealthy at this point. Okay. So with that, what would you like to do?
Just for
Kayla's
flavor.
cat, right? Like,
I love Krabby. For flavor, I want to teach the orc children actual knife skills.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I want to teach them actual knife skills, how to handle, throw, not stab yourself accidentally or intentionally. And I also want to teach them the coin game. Get them, turning them into little thieves.
Okay. Yeah, I think as you pull out a knife, orc children start to like almost materialize around you, looking up at this, and they're all like holding knives too, and just kind of looking up at you with these little tusky grins.
I love them.
You got 4 legs. You must be really good at knife run.
With a lot of practice, I have become very good at knife run. I used to not be good at knife run. I have stabbed myself by accident in the butt.
One of the little orc girls is standing like behind you, and she goes, "That's so far away. How'd you even manage that?"
Very not carefully.
I've also stabbed myself in my butt.
But yeah, do you want to actually learn how to use these more? Stab people intentionally instead of accidentally?
They'll kind of shrug, like, I guess.
Yeah. So I'll just start showing them how to like properly hold a knife, how to properly throw them by like the blade and stuff like that, and then like teach them the basics of pickpocketing, and then the coin game. Yes, Eva.
Are you including little Jeffrey?
If he wants to be included, yeah. Oh, oh, shit. This could be.
Sorry, you already said yes. It's visible in court.
God damn it! Sure. I feel like I have to constantly keep correcting his grip, though.
That feels right.
It goes from like both hands to his teeth. He's got like magnetic boots. He's put it on there.
At some point, I find a like magnet in Winnie's bag. I tape it to his hand, and then I put the knife on the magnet.
He's like the worst paper doll. I feel like his fingers at this point need that like coating, kind of like garden gloves, you know, for like gripping.
Oh my god. Yes.
Ugh.
Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand, just as you are showing off. This will be how well you can impart this knowledge.
Sure. I hope I don't make myself a fool in front of these children. Oh, I got a 21.
Great. You're, flipping the knife around. You're managing to almost do like this close-up magic with the coin to show that you can like both take it and hide it. It's not just like behind the ear tricks. It's like you show both sides of the hand. The coin's gone, and then it's like a kid in the back. It's ended up somehow in his pocket, and he pulls it out and he goes, "I have it now." So yeah, these kids, you see them like it's a little clumsy. They've got kid hands, but they're medium. The cuts don't cut as hard. They've got thicker skin. They're picking it up. There's a couple of them that have like a real aptitude for it, and then there's a couple that are like, "Ugh, I wouldn't trust you in a kitchen with a dull knife. Like this is
with a butter knife."
Yeah, maybe not your calling. That's okay. But yeah, you can impart some knowledge, and you see that they stop playing knife run. They're just playing like they're more playing the coin game with each other at this point.
And darts.
Mm-hmm.
Darts with
Absolutely.
the knives. That was the goal.
Okay. Knife tricks and coin tricks taught. What else would y'all like to do?
I would like to pay them for the ships, please.
Okay.
I believe you originally said it was 25,000 for repairs at cost. But if Ripley had come on, it was going to be half. But I would like to pay them 30. 1,000, please.
Okay. So giving them over what they asked, you see that Durgle, thrice drowned, and Captain Nev approach you, and you see how you're presenting it like in a stack, almost like a pyramid of gold bars.
Probably.
Yeah. So they look
These are ones that we made sure were unstamped.
Mm-hmm.
They're clean. Clean.
Nev picks up a bar and hands it over her shoulder to Durgle, and you see him like kind of put it in his mouth, see if he can chomp on a little bit, kind of flips it around. Stampless. How did you come across such gold?
I asked the person who is funding some of our adventures for additional funds for ship repairs and to pay crew, and this is what he had to offer.
It is more than what we asked for price. Are you looking for a favor?
No.
Are we going to have to owe you?
No. I don't like those sort of things. It is, you did the repairs well, you did the repairs in less time than anyone I can think of could ever do it.
Roll for persuasion.
Oh, no. Okay. 17 on the die. Come on, D&D Beyond. Load for me, please. Persuasion plus 5, 22.
She takes a step forward to where, like, you're nearly, like, well, I guess her chest would probably... Yeah, Scarlett's still pretty tall, but I think her chest is still...
Scarlett's only 5'10" with boots.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like nose to chest. And she grabs you by the, like, scruff of your clothing a little bit and gives you just a, like, soft but still solid headbutt, just forehead to forehead, just a clunk. You can feel the softest concussion of your brain hitting the front of your skull. And as the stars kind of leave your eyes, you see that she takes a step back and she says, "Then our deal is set, and a friend you have made. We wish you safe travels, and you are always more than welcome back with our clan."
And if your clan ever needs somewhere new to go, Sunshine Isle is there for you.
Perhaps when the storms pass, we shall sail your way and see what your island has to offer.
And then I want to go find Ripley, please.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants a crustacean, you're welcome to have it.
Let her live.
Ripley, you find sitting by the central fire of this camp. There's, smoke that's already being cast into the morning air. And you can see that she's sitting there. She's got a stick that she's picked up, and she's kind of just poking at some of the ashes that are closest to her feet. And she doesn't seem to have anybody else around at this point, just sitting on this most petrified stump. It's been sitting there for so long, it's nearly stone. And she looks up as you're approaching, and she stands. "Captain?"
Stand down.
Are you just worried that I'm taller than you?
No.
She sits back down.
Hold, please. Sorry. Someone's chosen violence today. And I'm about to choose violence back. I'm about to put you in your crab pot. I'll sit down next to her.
Something you need to talk about, Captain?
More so something to ask.
He's not mad at you.
That's not what I was going to ask.
All right, then. What do you need to ask, Captain?
I wanted to see if you had any interest in staying.
See her brow furrows, and she like leans forward, puts her elbows on her knees, and really hunches down and looks into the fire. Captain, all due respect, why would you ask something like that? I mean, I suppose I understand that these are my people, more or less. But I never knew any of them before I left. I was barely in the Empire. I never really knew the Empire. I was part of the Navy after it had frozen over. We had a few... God, you couldn't even call them villages. On the edge of the Crown. I went to sea to get away from the frostbite. And even when the Navy collapsed. That's the thing, is when we spread out, when we had our exodus, our diaspora, we accepted that our clans had not worked the way they were before. That our clans must expand, that we must bring others in, that to be orc is not to be born orc, but to have the fire in your heart, to want to put great change into this world. And so these people are in my clan, I suppose, but well, hell's Captain, so are you. And who's going to patch your ass up the next time you get into a scuffle and get too close to a fire giant again? Unless you got somebody better, then...
Not better than you, no.
Damn straight.
But I feel like if... It would gnaw on me if I didn't ask.
Well, you asked. Don't let it gnaw at you. I said no.
When I went to Red Tide... got taken. Semantics. No one asked me if I wanted to stay. And I don't think I would have. I have way too many things that I need to do before I go anywhere else. But there was still that part of me. I could have been with people who understand everything that I am. Everything that I could be. So I knew I needed to at least ask.
I respect that. But I am a healer first, a sailor second, and an orc third. When it comes to people who know me best, that's why I'm on your ship. Them's my clan. You're my clan. And until all of my clan can return to our home in the north, I don't need temporary spaces like this. We aren't meant to live like this. I'd rather be out there where I feel more free, as opposed to pent up here in this makeshift grasp at what was former glory. So, to that point, I know there have been rumors about that y'all might be heading to the far north at some point, so I would ask permission to join you then. But until then, I'll be in the Medic Bay, wherever you need me.
Okay. To be fair, if you had wanted to stay, I don't know who else would monitor the sulking on the ship. That's what's been happening. Am I correct?
big feelings were had. We're all managing them as best we can. I'll put it at that. I think I don't need to be part of this conversation. It's an A and B conversation, and I'm meant for the C.
I can't even be mad at that one. Alright, well. I'm glad I have you, not only in my crew, but as an officer. I know you kind of came with the ship, but I'm glad you've stayed.
It was a risk that I took, and it paid off. It is at this point that, Scarlett, you begin to hear drums beating far off, not too far off in the distance, but the village that you're in, this orc village, is kind of set onto the top of a cliff. The cliff kind of goes down. There's a switchback that leads down to the actual dock area where your ships are docked, but it kind of overlooks everything. But there is a road relatively nearby that leads to and from Lorefall, and you can hear it coming from the north, this drumbeat. And Ripley's ears kind of perk, little pointed orc ears perk, and she turns her head. What in the hell do you think that is?
No, about as well as I might. Well, time to find out, huh?
You feeling curious?
When am I not?
Okay.
Bold enough to not go alone, though. I'm gonna go find the rest of the party.
Okay. So, as Scarlett goes off looking for Acacia, who might be teaching, at the end of teaching knife tricks, Winnie, who's finishing up de-stamping gold, where would Kallista be?
Kallista has a new weapon, a new shield, and armor she is not used to and only been in one fight in, and realized that she doesn't actually know how all of that feels together. So she is gone a bit outside of, she's not going off not telling anybody, but she's going where she has space because they're about to be on a ship and she will be more limited on what she can do. And she's just going through, I guess, effectively drills and just practice movements to get used to the weight, to the momentum, to where the new centers of gravity are, just so that way the first time she's figuring that out isn't in the middle of things going sideways, and is just doing that for a good portion of the morning until she either gets tired or something else interesting means that she needs to go.
Okay. So very scenic as this pinkish orangish sun is rising, set on a cliffside. Kallista's doing shadow boxing with
pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Scarlett, you would walk up to what is essentially a scene from The Karate Kid, with Kallista, and presumably Winnie and Acacia in tow. What would you like to do?
Can everybody else hear the drumming from here?
Yes, the drumming is getting louder at this point. It's a marching beat.
Orcs
I don't
seem
like that.
concerned.
Not too more curious than concerned.
Okay. Yeah, I'm basing my concern off of how much the locals are concerned.
Mm-hmm. These don't seem like war drums, but they do seem like this is to set a pace, kind of. It's tap, 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 tap.
So not party drums either.
No, there's no steel drums. This isn't this isn't cruise ship drums.
I bet there would be a huge market for a party bus, but a party carriage.
Oh yeah, well, and you already have half sentient crabs at this point, so you could just do it's right there. Yeah. Got a pink-haired mermaid. So, but But yes, these are, I would say that you can tell that these are like military drums. These aren't war drums. They're like the difference between them. This doesn't sound like, an army marching, but, well, this doesn't sound like an army marching to war. It does sound like an army marching.
Do y'all want me to go quickly scout as a bird or something and come back?
I think that would probably be a good idea. I don't really want to go down the road and see, like, as a person.
I'll tap everybody into a mind link and then morph into a local type of bird, something that wouldn't stand out.
Sure. Yeah. Like some sort of seaside bird, a sandpiper or something like that. Yeah. Morphing into that bird, presumably taking to the skies.
Yeah.
Okay, bird's eye view. No perception check needed. You can just look down. You would see that there is a procession heading north to south. So coming down this semi-cobblestone road, the cobblestone, some of it is like covered over with dirt. The roads aren't super well maintained, but you can tell that there was like a stone road here at some point. There is a procession. You see a lot of red and purple. You can see that it's essentially a formation of Nerian soldiers with a I just lost the word. It's like it's the thing people get carried on, like
Palanquin?
Palanquin, thank you. There is a palanquin with a large individual on it. Large in the heavily overweight, like near immobile, overweight individual on it. You don't see that Nerians are carrying that individual, and you can see there are a few others within the formation that are dressed less militarily, more like officials, government type folk that are kind of conversing with each other at the center of this group as well.
Am I able to catch any snippets before I just do a little circle and start heading back as I relay to everyone else? Hey, it's Nerians. Please hold while I eavesdrop.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a perception check.
I can do that. I am a bird, so my mental stats are the same. That's a dirty 20. I rolled low.
So the individual on the palanquin is a lizard folk, but again, just like if a lizard folk and Jabba the Hutt met, like that's what we're kind of talking about. This is a like super overweight lizard folk. You can also see that there is an owlin, like more owl-like bird folk that is walking, and alongside them is an individual who's dressed, I think, far more different than anyone else. This individual is dressed like kind of what you encountered similar styles in Karina. And a lot of the other officials have sort of, like semi-medieval. There's like gold buttons, a little bit of like, a little bit of like more medieval decor to their dress, vests, things like that. Maybe a little more like Spanish influence to it, like medieval Spanish. But ultimately, you can see that most people are walking. A number of the people are like rolling through scrolls, or they're having like quiet chatter. The most talk that you can hear, none of the soldiers are talking, none of the Nerian soldiers, but the most talk that you can hear is coming from this lizard folk, the owlin, and this third individual who's dressed in the Karina style garb. And you can hear the lizard folk going, I think that this is a much better setup than we would have with the orcs. They were all so disorganized and so, well, I don't want to speak that ill of them within earsight, of course. And you can see that this is probably what the orcs were going to be hired for. Again, the Nerians are doing their drum. This seems to be a guard formation that they have. And the owlin turns his head almost all the way around to look back at the lizard folk and says, yes, I absolutely agree. And quite a money save as well. Simple favors from friends as opposed to hiring, more unkempt mercenaries. Perhaps best that they might even... And his head turns to look over at the orc camp as they are kind of passing by at this point. A lot of the orcs have stood together.
perhaps best they find other places to rest in the near future. I'm not sure that the great city of Lawfall needs them on its borders if we're going to have such great friends as the Nereans. And
immediately relaying this back to everybody as as we're going, and like Acacia's like tone is just like really like she's trying not to be like intentionally nasty, but like it's coming through. Disgust.
The third individual, the one that's dressed more in Karina type garb, are you relaying visual information as well, or just like what they're saying?
I'm relaying snippets.
Okay.
Probably just like the snippets of the three people that are talking, along with like an overview of everything. But I think it's a little too much to be doing both at once.
For sure.
Consistently.
Just snapshots of these three. Scarlett, I think out of anybody, you would be the only one to recognize. Well, actually, not necessarily true. Kallista, I think you might have seen him a couple of times in this form. More often than not, you saw him in his proper, tiger form. As this is the Rakshasa. This is Bakshura, who you can see walking alongside this owlin, and also turning back, walking backwards. Keeping his hands kind of hidden under this robe type dress.
I was gonna ask about the hands.
Keeping them kind of just pressed to his chest. This very like kind of earnest thing, but again hidden by the robes a little bit. As he's speaking more quietly, but you can see that there is this kind of like genial nature to him. He looks over at Acacia in bird form. And there's this moment where he just squints a little bit.
I'm imagining he's looking at me and he just sees a centaur T-posing where the bird is.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a moment where like he's squinting, trying to get this realization, and then the smile just returns, this overly friendly smile, and you see that he gives a little wink to you, and then turns back towards
I do see this. I can tell.
Yes,
he makes like eye contact, quote unquote, with me.
Yes.
To everyone else, do you know who that motherfucker was that winked at me? And I will send the screenshot again of him, because he looked at me like we made eye contact.
I immediately look at Scarlett to make eye contact.
It's like, meet Kallista just.
Yeah. You should not stay there.
I didn't plan on it. Okay, I will. I'll come back. Yeah, they're being assholes, and they're not coming towards the orc. They're not coming towards the orc camp, right? They're just walking.
They're
by.
not. They're passing by.
Okay, they're not stopping by. They're not causing trouble, except being obnoxious with drums. So I'm just gonna
leave it
come
be.
Back. I'm coming back.
The last thing you hear is the Rakshasa saying, Barons, we don't need to be speaking such ill of the orcs when they are right there. Besides, you do not need to mind them. There are plenty of other things that we can put our minds to, such as proper investments and returns of those investments. I have several deals in mind. And that is the last thing you hear.
That has been relayed. So yeah, who is that? Scarlett? Kallista?
So
you should come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can see you.
Oh yeah, no, I figured as soon as he winked at me and
he might be able to hear. You should come back.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, you don't mean in like a birdwatcher sort of way. You mean
no,
like
no.
this
motherfucker has true sight kind of way.
No, I'm sorry. This is a devil birdwatcher. That's the only reason it comes to the material plane.
He's got his little
red-crested woodpecker. Yeah.
I would maybe not put the name calling just in case.
Yeah. I am gonna.
My apologies.
I'm gonna say out loud to Scarlett, like this is not in my language, this is just directly to Scarlett. Be like, interesting that he is making deals potentially around Nereans. That seems to be a change.
Oh well.
What did you not tell me before we went to the vault?
I didn't. I told him to do what he wanted on
That's
Karina.
not what I'm talking about, and you know it.
I told him to handle the Nereians and keep them at bay.
Great.
That meant
What ab-
ruling Karina, then that meant ruling Karina.
What about the rest of what you didn't tell me about whatever your relationship is with him?
The fact that he wanted to keep my husband?
That one doesn't surprise me.
Acacia lands down on the ground.
There
I
is.
didn't make any deals with this man.
I am aware of that. Why are you on his shit list?
Because these individuals decided to murder one of his men before I could even get to them.
How would we have known? Also, like,
Exactly.
you've
It
killed
was just
a lot of people.
It was just bad timing and the wrong person.
Do you
And you
ever
didn't-
think about how many people just want to like keep
wait,
Marcus as a pet?
Wait, is this the person that we murdered on Karina and then
you took.
Also,
I took
it
in
wasn't-
bird form, like
Yes!
yeah, I'm not
Yeah, the
doing
body
that again.
horror
Insulted to injury.
It
Yes.
wasn't also like straight up murder. It was like, you know, it was a stalking situation.
yes.
Ah,
It
yes.
was self-defense, but still murder.
Because that
Valid
distinction
reason, still murder.
absolutely matters to
No,
devils.
that's like-
100%.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. It was
Not
a devil.
manslaughter, but like it's different.
devil adjacent. That's a. Are you familiar with what a Rakshasa is?
Derek, I'm probably familiar with what they are. I've probably never met one.
Yeah, you've been to the Hells. You went to his fucking bar. Like, yeah, I think
True.
that you haven't met a Rakshasa,
Oh,
but
yeah.
The
A-
friendly tiger.
A spicy tabaxi. Yes.
backward hand spicy tabaxi. Yes, the friendly tiger was the one in Karina. I believe
Yeah.
the laughing manticore, something manticore.
It was something
the one-
manticore.
was the one in Hells. The one in the shit and
The happy manticore.
the happy manticore. That was the one in the fetters.
Yes.
Yes. So the concept of Rakshasa, I think like everybody has a general understanding of like there's a variety of devils. Rakshasas are the big kitty ones. Perhaps more than that, you could roll a religion check.
I don't think Acacia cares enough.
Fair enough.
So yes, apparently, there's a lot to talk about, but that's what that was there, and so we should probably go soon.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's only so many graces you get with the with him, I feel. So we should
Yeah.
not expend those.
Yeah, I think you've already fully expended them, and then I get to be guilty by association. So thank you for the heads up.
It was bad timing.
I don't care if it was bad timing. It was still something that I should have known.
In all fairness, like there's a lot of stuff we still haven't really caught you up on, and it's really hard to know where the next like thing from our past is going to show up in the future. This isn't where
Certainly.
we left him.
100%. I understand there is still a lot to be caught up on, and we will address that at some point. But I directly asked a question about, do I need to know anything about your dealings with this individual? And I feel like we all murdered one of his operatives, should have been on that list.
Did the rest of us hear about this whole situation
Deal
in the vaults? Because I feel like we didn't.
No, nobody's heard shit about the vault.
So this is the first time Acacia and Winnie are hearing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that there was a reason enough for me to ask Scarlett about this individual. Not maybe necessarily that it was vault related.
But how would you know, like, why would you know to ask something like that?
There's a lot to talk about. We should not do it here.
Nope.
We'll
All
look
right,
around
well-
at the orcs.
We'll put a pin in it when we're back on the ships. Until we're back on the ships.
It is not necessarily relevant at this moment. We're dealing with some other priorities for now.
We'll add it to the long list
It
of
is not an
things.
actively burning fire, so we can put it on.
Well, I mean, he's like right down the road, so I feel
He's
like
not interested in dealing with us at this current moment, so I'm going to take that as a win.
And I
no,
would like
that
to
is pretty good.
I would like to leave before he changes his mind, because
That is precisely what I'm
Mhm.
going at.
We need to go anyway soon, so.
Okay, I guess I should probably go back to melting down some more gold then. Little Jeffrey can only do so much on his own, and he's a really not great bellows. I really should have thought about that. Maybe in the next
Little
model.
Jeffrey is just like eating a bag of Takis. I'm trying.
Doritos and Takis actually make very good kindling in case you ever need it.
Good to know.
I shouldn't
Jen, your
have
face.
given him like flavor preferences, but here we are.
It's just the blue ones. He's just blue. He matches Proximus now.
That's the only reason. It has nothing to do with the flavor. It's just he wants to match Proximus.
I love him.
You look over and he started eating crayons. He can't tell the difference.
That's normal, though. That's so normal.
I don't have taste buds.
Like once a month when he just like gathers up all the like chewed up crayons in the bag of holding or in his stomach or wherever, his stomach just being a can like Bender's, and then just remelts them into vague crayon shapes.
You can also, fun fact, use a crayon as a candle in emergency situations. If we're
That I
going off of
know.
that.
They
Yeah,
burn for what, 8 minutes?
something like that, yeah. Depends on how
Probably
much of you
depends
you've
on-
eaten.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on how big their crayon is.
I was thinking standard Crayola.
You know, if you eat your friend, it's technically a taste bud.
I'm done here.
I'm going back to my ship.
When he just walks into the sea.
I'm going back to my ship.
You don't own a ship.
Yet.
Oh god. It's just a little pop boat from Ponyo.
Oh,
Joke's on you, the star's luck is he's first on the will.
You see that he's flown over to the sailing ship that you found all the petrified people on. You see him talking to the captain, and he just keeps pointing at himself.
no. Keisha's just like, no. Oh.
He's found a little tricorn hat, made it out of paper. He's wearing it now. Okay, so looking to sail out of Planus then. Anything else before you all depart?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Winnie.
How much room would you say we have in the hold at the moment on the redemption? Like, you can go with a percentage.
Yeah, so the Mercy's the one that actually has like the special magical hold for the Elder Rings. The Redemption you've just resupplied for probably about a month at sea. Probably about like 25-30% is open.
That is convenient. I would like to buy a solid amount of... I love that doesn't give me... Okay. Just raw... Like a couple bolts of raw cloth, like cotton-ish. Like a light material that is not super expensive, so like...
So not like sailing canvas, but like bolts of cloth?
Linen?
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever is, like, Damaris appropriate in terms of, like, a light, breathable fabric.
Okay.
I mean, I guess... because we have extra canvas, right? Like, we'd be...
Yeah, you would have extra
foolish
canvas
not
for
to.
sails for sure.
Yeah.
That's part of what's taking up the 75%.
Yeah, good. And, some... glass or sand. I can't remember how common, like, accessible glass is. I assume reasonable.
Well, there was a stained glass maker here, so you can buy glass.
Yeah, dope.
Just panes of glass? What are you looking for?
Panes of glass.
Okay.
And some extra, like, just for Winnie, unless it's super needed, planks of whatever the most common wood around here is. Like quality wood, like for building stuff.
Treehouse
like,
on the ship.
it does sound like that. No.
Only Winnie's and Jeffrey's allowed.
Yes, those are
Make
backwards.
a pillow fort.
Yeah, Winnie really wants to learn Magnificent Mansion, but doesn't actually want to spend the spell slot, so just carry a little hut around everywhere. Yeah, I think I don't want to look up the price for all of those individually.
No, that's fair. And we can hash it out later if you don't want to ballpark it at the moment. But
if I was going to ballpark it for the orcs, you're looking for a few planks of wood, a few bolts of cloth, and I mean, can you give me a general idea of what you're going for here? Because I'm thinking of like 2 2x4s, a single pane of glass, and a bolt of cloth. How
fair.
much of what are you looking for?
So like,
what are you trying to do?
2 bolts of cloth. I'm thinking more like 10 planks of wood. Basically, because Woody has fabricate, she wants to play around with. Yeah, I saw that reaction. She wants to play around with, like Scarlett's stained glass window, a bit big for her, but she does want to play around with like other projects.
You want to practice your spell work.
I want to practice my spell work, but also like in conjunction with my proficiencies. Like, you know, if I've
25
got
gold.
Okay, sold. What if you throw in a little bit of like? I feel like a steel ingot is massive, but like
the ingots are surprisingly small in D&D rules.
Like a bar.
Okay.
Whichever the smaller one is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Going to guess that's right around 10 gold.
So 35 gold?
35 gold.
Perfect. Wouldn't it be funny if I didn't write this down?
So yeah, you go to Grick, who was the orc that was in charge of the stained glass window, younger orc. He is more than happy to, he kind of like looks around a little bit and he goes, you know, the sand is free if you wanted to just pick up sand. I can give you a glass if you want, but the sand is free.
Well, you have some really nice glass, though. I might take some sand too, but like, your glass is very nice.
Thanks. I blow it myself.
It's very fine work.
Okay. You can pay Nev.
Cool, thank you.
Enjoy your wares, I suppose.
Oh, I will. I don't know if it would be appropriate for him, but I feel like this is a good point for her to like refresh her vial situation, her flask collection, whatever you want to call it, for like potions and shit. So.
Okay. You can do that for 5 gold. Cool. All right. Anything else?
Yes.
Mayor.
Before we leave the land, I want to, because there's a lot more places to get privacy around here than a fucking ship. I want to go find Panveer and I want to have a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, as all the ships are now in port, Panveer has also, you can see he was kind of watching from afar as you were doing the knife tricks, and he was also doing them, I mean, much more adeptly than any of the kids, but he has found a little corner away from everybody and is just tossing the knife straight up and letting it land point down, like between his spread feet as he's kind of like sitting hunched a little bit, and just picking it up, tossing it up again. You know, it's landing in the exact same spot every single time, going a little bit deeper into the grass and dirt sod. And he looks up at you as he tosses it up, and before it can land, he catches it, and he goes, "Yes."
You know, I thought about shoving the kids over in your direction to play the knife game with you, but I decided against it.
Right. Well, I appreciate that, as I am trying to keep a low profile as far as things are, but I'm not allowed on the ships right now. So, I'm sitting here out of the way.
Yeah. Can I, you got a couple minutes? I want to pick your brain on something.
I have nothing but time until we can leave. Pick away.
How far away are we from everyone else, Derek? decent enough privacy?
There's nobody. He has actively found a place away from where the kids are playing, away from the other adults. It's like back by some other huts. It's back by almost this wooden stake wall that they have created around, where you have to go out of your way to find where he is, but you would know where to find him. So there's nobody else around.
Cool. I will plop down on the ground near him and just, like, start playing with the coin. Okay, so I need your opinion on something, on whether I need you to tell me truthfully with one, if it's a batshit idea, if it's a great idea, or some combination of the two. Okay? So, and you're literally the only one I think I could ask this reliably with the experience. So, I want to do a heist at some point because we are going to be going to an area. Eventually, we're going to be going back to Validus and the Nerian Empire, and there's something there that I think I might have the opportunity to steal, especially if I have the time to prep. So, what do you think if I tried to put a group together to try and steal the 3 originating swords of the Nerian Empire?
He's tossed the knife up in the air and isn't paying attention when you say that, and it lands like right between his big toe and his second toe, like nearly like nicks him, and his eyes are just wide, and he goes, what? You want to do what now?
Do you actually need me to repeat myself, or are you just asking?
I don't. It was an incredulous rhetorical statement. Okay.
I'm asking for your professional advice.
Professionally, that's the biggest job I've ever heard of.
Yes, I'm aware. Do you think it's possible, with enough intel, the right group, and opportunity?
I mean, fuck's sake, Acacia, we live in a world of magic and gods and everything. Nothing's impossible, but that's close enough to it. I mean, you're so different than even the last time that before we met, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got more things you can do now, and you've got friends that can do things I've never seen before. So you're closer to the impossible.
But they're not thieves. They're thieves, but there's a difference between a pirate and a professional going in and out unseen.
Certainly. Acacia, do your dads know you're thinking about this?
No.
Good.
They will kill me for many, many reasons, not just because of the fact that it's the job itself.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially after what happened to your uncle.
Yeah. How do you know about that? And I didn't know about that until recently.
I know a lot of things that you didn't know because I overheard things I wasn't supposed to, and you actually respected your dads.
Is there anything you want to fill me in on that they might not have neglected to tell me?
I mean, all I heard were rumors.
Yeah, my uncle and grandfather did get hands in the mail.
Yes. Well, what I heard was that your uncle planned this big job, invited a bunch of people along, your dad included, failed miserably, and by one way or another, he was the only one that was left alive in that prison cell come morning. And, I mean, some of the rumors were worse than others. I mean, there's the one that said that he ate them all, but I don't believe that. I mean, how can you eat 9 other people in a single night? I mean, who even has the stomach for that? But something changed after he did that, and he was one of the best Eve Walkers around. That's why he wanted to do it in the first place. And
from what I was told, he could have planned better.
Sure, I mean, we always can, but he had the guts to try, and then look where he is now.
I haven't even met the man, and I have a lot of opinions about him, but...
I mean, they say a lot in the hooks about him. He's kind of a legend, and not in the best way, in one of those cautionary tale sort of ways. Listen, Acacia, I think that you, if anyone could do it, with a lot of help, and every drop of luck in the verse, I think it would be you. So, not tomorrow, but maybe in the future?
Absolutely not tomorrow.
Great. Okay, then I can let my heart stop beating so fast. Anytime now.
So what is your actual professional opinion? You can tell me if it's a batshit idea and I shouldn't do
It's
it.
a batshit idea, Acacia. They're said to be held in the center of the Triskelion, protected as well as the emperors and empress themselves. I mean, they're artifacts of the most powerful empire in Damaris. They're... I couldn't even tell you how well protected they are. They're probably spells invented just to protect those swords. Not to mention how powerful the swords are themselves. So yeah, batshit for sure, but that's not to say that you have not done batshit things recently. I mean, the first thing you did to become an Evewalker was pretty batshit. You befriended some ghosts and blew up a castle. That's not a normal day for anyone else. So, again, if anyone wants to do it, it'd be you, but I wouldn't...
I'm still in the info gathering stages to see if it's even possible or if it's worth trying. So I just needed to talk to someone and get a lay of the land from someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I've only ever heard rumors about them, and I have heard that it's two sides of the coin. I think it's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard, and I wouldn't ask my worst enemy to try. Other side of the coin, if you asked me tomorrow, I would help you.
That was
as long as you didn't eat me if we got caught.
That was going to be my next question. If you want to be part of the team, if it came down to it.
I mean, if we did it, pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I also this idea is also largely inspired out of spite.
Yeah, I can see that. That's not even thinly veiled at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
We're not going in with 9 people. That's too many. Mistake number fucking 1.
I suppose it depends on the team you have.
If everyone physically went in there, yes, I think it's a bad idea. If there was support outside, that's another story, but I don't know. Like, the more people that go in, the more likely you're about to get caught. That's like rule number 1.
I mean, if you're looking for a slightly easier plan B, might I recommend just facing head on all of the legions combined in open warfare? I think one on 10 million would probably be equal odds to you succeeding in this.
If I could, I would.
Oh, well, be careful. Wish spells do exist.
Well, I don't have access to any of those, so.
Are we leaving soon?
Yes, as soon as Winnie is done with what she needs to do on land so she doesn't set fire to the ships, we're gone.
All right. I will keep an eye out then.
Thanks. Oh, before I forget, I grab into my bag and I toss him like just a small little bag, like a little paper bag. I got those for your nimble fingers. if you're ever bored with playing with a knife. And essentially, some of the fidgets I got from the woodworker are in the bag. Like the puzzles and the fidgets.
The knife is stuck in the ground still, and he's kind of just like looking them over. And it's the little like wooden puzzles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a couple different ones of varying difficulties.
He's just kind of tossing them. He's like, what are these, for children?
Yes.
How do you figure this out?
That's something you need to figure out. You're smart. You're smarter than everyone gives you credit for.
Thank you. It's a really backhanded compliment.
Listen, keep them guessing. Make them underestimate you.
Okay, I will act. I wasn't trying before, but okay.
Anything else for anyone? Well, this is probably a good a time as any, as you all go to see Eva.
Sorry,
Yes,
I
please.
just can you look? All I've read this year basically is horror. I said basically, Mayor, don't come at me. The lullaby.
Yes.
What do we know about its current condition, aside the fact that it's underwater and that J. Jobane was the captain? Was
Jade Jaw.
Jade
Jaw Bane.
That makes way more sense.
Jade Jaw being the nickname. Captain Bane, Jade Jaw being the affectation.
I have it right in like my other notes, but like today's notes, I borked it.
Okay. So you're asking about condition of the ship?
Yeah, like for all we really know is that it is sunk, has a ring in a chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Captain Alistair J. Jalbane. Most of the information you have comes from Acacia using the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And what you know is that it was aboard a ship. It was in a chest. That ship went down.
the mirror. Man, I just had a really bad idea. Don't worry.
Hey, my mirror doesn't get enough use. Fucking ask me at some point.
Hey,
Don't worry, I have a plan at some point.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like we need an entire episode dedicated to just you all looking in the mirror at various shit.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Because I got this jacket recently
Oh my god.
that
yes.
would be very interesting to know more about. But along those lines, what is the current weather situation?
Where you all are, it's getting to be, late morning. At this point, the sun has risen a little bit. It seems to be partly cloudy. It's not raining. It's moderately temperate. As you look out towards the seas, there's a
tentacle rain slicker weather, or is it more like a light cloak of?
The weird thing about the tentacle rain slicker is not only is it magic, but it always makes you feel cooler. As opposed to warmer. There's like just this kind of like soft chill to it.
But also, you know
regardless.
how like sometimes it'll be like 100 degrees out and you'll see someone basically in like snow pants and you're like, I hope they're okay. Like,
yeah, we also live in the Pacific Northwest, and people dress weird up here.
So it's 30 degrees and people are in shorts, right?
You are north of the equator, so it's not super warm where you are, but it's warmer. You wouldn't necessarily be in like the same region as like where we would relatively live in the real world, you and I. So we're talking like, I don't know, it's maybe mid 70s.
Okay, so it's
morning right
cloak
now?
weather. It's cloak
Could be.
weather. Okay. Just check it.
But yeah, clear skies. As you look out towards the sea, you can see that there is a healthy tide coming in, very rich ocean blue being cast. It's, where you are right now, it's not like a lot of sandy beach, it's a lot of more rocky beach. There is sand as well, but it's not like the white sand beaches that we might associate with pirates. You're in more like rocky terrain, and almost like pebblestone beaches more than anything else.
When I see how beautiful the water is, I think I should call her. And I'm going to ask if anyone needs all the sendings. And if they don't, I'm going to use one sending to call B and just be like, hey, just thinking of you. Love you. Bye.
You hear back, hey, I'm thinking of you. I hope all of those monsters are doing super well in that mirror. Things are going great here. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Love you, bye.
The only response is, we named the owlbear Lemon and move on.
I'll get back to that later. Okay, that's all I had.
All right, then. As you all board your ships, fully repaired, the stained glass window fully repaired on the Mercy. We can have Kaila describe that when we come back. But you all set sail once again. You weigh anchor, waving to the orcs goodbye as you set off. You have the Mercy and the Redemption, and you have your third ship as well, this sailing ship. Real quick, what was the plan for that, or would you like to save that for when we come back?
Why do you keep saying 3 ships like we don't have 2 fucking pirate ships?
I thought
as well as the other 2. Yes. So I'm sorry.
those
Those
are the
you
same
have.
ship.
Needed repairs.
Yes, you
Okay.
technically have 5.
I thought we left
Yes.
the sailing
We
ship
did.
with the original
Yeah, we're not
captain and all of
taking that.
them. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
hey, this is yours.
They've been
Get
through
your
enough.
Go away. We're
Okay.
taking.
So he's
your-
doing his own thing. You have the other 2 ships. We can say that you sent word for your crews that were sent by Rollin. So those ships have been repaired. Let's come back to this. I feel like this is a longer conversation.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and go to break. Stick around. We'll be back in about 5 to 10. Pet your pets, do the things, and we'll be back with Mikyl.
No.
Welcome back to Horizon's Call. Our crew have set back to sea. Their voyage will take them to the next Elder Ring. Hopefully. I mean, that's the plan, at least. We are joined by Mikyl. Mikyl, hello. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Mikyl.
Perfect. Kaila and Mary did a great job at the top. It's like you were here already. Again, massive thank you to Mikyl for the artwork that you see on screen, and as well as in all of our promotional materials. So, yes, having wrapped up with the orcs having left Polanis, the wind filling your sails, you have set off with the Mercy and the Redemption. The sailing ship you have set on its way to continue with whatever they were doing before, and the 2 Tombstone Twins ships, which definitely felt like a tongue twister there for a moment, you have temporarily renamed, repaired, taken at least the immediate appearance of the affectations the Tombstone Twins had given them, all of the literal tombstones they had lined it with. You have taken all that off, made them into proper yet well armored, all the same as the wood is still mostly petrified, sailing vessels, warships, and with the crews that Rollins sent having come to you all, they have been properly manned and set about their ways. Where they go, we can decide later what their names are. We can decide later. That said, you have about a week, so aboard your ships then. Anything anyone would like to do within that week before you reach that point where you know the lullaby is said to have sunk and where you have identified the ring is said to be.
Kallista's downtime is just the same thing she was doing up on land, but in a much more limited fashion. She's still just getting used to everything and is just kind of like understanding she's going to need to tank more with this group than she's ever needed to before, so it's just doing a lot of just like the hold has become a CrossFit gym. There's a bunch of heavy stuff down there. She is just, that's her downtime activity is trying to get that strength and endurance up so that way she can take more hits. That's her whole thing. And then when we think we're getting close to needing to, like, we're getting to where we're going to have to get in the water, like that night before, I have a thing I want to do, but not until we get immediately in that vicinity.
Is it a panic attack?
I have a thing I want to do when we get right.
I feel like those have to be scheduled so they don't happen like when you least want them to.
Yeah.
God, if only.
Jenn, if you want to keep track of this, why don't you roll me an athletics check? Because presumably you're doing this for 10 days.
Cool. Do. That's a 17.
17, great. Go ahead and basically, I think the way I want to metric this out is if you work on a skill for 100 days, and you can average out that you are successful, better than average at it, you can mark down those 10 days as being towards that 100. So as of now, you have gotten a tenth of the way closer to being a proper athlete. So if you would like to mark down 10 out of 100, and we can kind of go from there. So that will go for any other skills that y'all are looking to work on. I think 100 is probably the metric we're going to go for, especially for like feats, things like that. More intense things, we might need to up the number on that, but we can talk that up when it gets to it. Okay, so with Kallista doing CrossFit, which there are giant ropes down there, it's kind of like the perfect place for it. What is everyone else up to?
I would like to repair my other ship, please.
Your relationship. Okay. So, it was a joke we made off stream. It needed to be said.
To be fair, the joke has been made several times.
Yeah, it's a good
Just
joke.
bring it back around, and I'm so sorry.
Hey. How would you like this to go?
Well?
Fair. Okay. So, you are standing in your captain's quarters. Your newly refurbished captain's quarters. Everything's set mostly right, although there is that like fresh smell of cedar wood, perhaps even some sawdust that still is on the floor a little bit. That still probably needs swept up. But your desk, your war table, everything has been placed properly, and yet the light being cast through is slightly different as you have commissioned a new stained glass window to sit behind where your captain's desk would be. You hear a soft knock at the door, and yeah, well, we can kind of start with that.
Instead of just calling out to the door, I will go and open it.
Okay.
Weird that the door's being knocked on.
Mm-hmm. Your first mate, your husband, Marcus, is standing there at attention. Captain.
Okay, no, I'm not doing this. Get in there.
He steps inside. I just figured that it was time that we talked, and I'm sorry it's been so long that we have.
First off, please, no formalities.
Fine. No formalities. Scarlett, I'm sorry. I was very upset, and I realized that I probably took it out on you, and that was not fair. I stepped away because I didn't want to take it out on you, and I realized that even doing that was stabbing myself in the foot on that one. I didn't want to be away from you, but I didn't want to be not my best around you. So I'm sorry either way.
The animals have found something in this household that is making them act out, and it's driving me batty.
We could say that Sorona's in the corner, not reading the room. just like has something that's way too loud. It's like an empty glass bottle or something that just goes rolling across the wooden
orcs
floor.
gave her like catnip. I
Yeah.
swear to Jeebus, I'm
Her eyes are
looking
so
to-
wide.
Oh, that's the good catnip.
The good shit.
Read the room.
See, that's where you're wrong, Marcus. I didn't marry you to not share bad days. We promised that we would.
No, I know.
And it didn't mean to come off as insensitive to literally anything. It was just... I don't know what else to do for them. Imagine if you had taken a person that left a giant void in someone's beliefs, and then you then inherently caused a worse entity to then fill that void.
Yes, I can see where you're coming from. And my frustration, my animosity was absolutely exacerbated by other variables. I let too many cuts get to me, too many little things, and yes, I'm sorry, I see your point. I'm hoping that we can reset a little bit. Or if not fully reset, we can start on a new foot.
A reset sounds nice. I just feel like there's just been this cloud since everything happened. And I don't know what to do.
He goes to step towards you and puts his hands on right above both of your elbows. You don't always have to know what to do. That doesn't always have to be up to you. I think we can just figure it out together. I see you've redecorated.
To be loved is to be changed, right? It's not what it was, and I will step off to the side and kind of gesture towards the massive window.
You can hear him catch his breath just a little bit. What does the stained glass window look like?
Stained glass window looks like. It still has the majority blue background.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of what I presume could have been salvaged. A lot of the smaller details lost, of course. But it has a red heart in the center of it that is crowned in flames, and with the original stars from the constellation kind of surrounding that in an arc, like an arch around. So not only does it have the rich blues that it did before, it's now got reds and oranges along with it.
We loved it to be changed. And I can tell that you love this ship as much as I do. And no matter what, even when we are not our best, I promise that I will always love you. That never changed. I hope you know that.
I do. I feel like there are so many things pulling at us. And I got lost in it. And instead of relying on someone that I knew could be there for me, I tried to do everything myself. So
I will never not admire your independence and the fact that I am fortunate that you want me around but never need me around.
Oh no, the need thing is an actual factual thing. Please. As much as I would imagine you loved captaining your own ship, you're not allowed to. I refuse to be demoted, and I also refuse to not be on the same ship as you any longer.
Fair enough. I wasn't looking for a promotion anyway.
Can you imagine? Did you see those crews? We asked Roland for the best, and he gave us functional.
Sometimes that is the best, is to be functional.
To be fair, we have pretty high standards around here. I know things don't need to be perfect. Things don't even need to be good. I just need to know that I have you. Always.
There is nothing. Not a wish spell, not gods, just not to blaspheme. I feel like that could backfire. I don't think there's anything even in that weird deck of cards you have that could split you and I. Not permanently, not even death. And things have tried. But we're still here. I'm not going anywhere. And if you go anywhere, I think I've proven that I will find you. So I think we're going to be okay.
I think so.
Maybe
too.
not perfect, maybe not good, but okay.
I'll take okay. But since you mentioned that deck of cards.
Yes.
I might have drawn one.
Okay.
Per what it says, for a year, a revenant will be hunting me. Give or take. One individual.
Just one revenant.
I feel like I have gone against worse, right?
I feel like we've gone against worse. I mean, who could it...
You
what
weren't
could it even
there,
be?
but I've killed a god.
I don't even think those can become revenants.
Wouldn't put that. Not going to put that past Eula.
Sure.
We survived my patron. Barely. But we're better now than we were then.
Sure. Oh, who knows? It might just be somebody... It might be my Uncle Harold, for all we know. And he had a limp,
an Uncle
so...
Harold?
I did. He was
Not
fine.
alive.
No, to be a revenant,
no?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. No, I'm not going to question anything else. I have told you.
Horse
I'm
accident.
not. I don't know why. That's the thing that's going to break Scarlett, but it is.
Not the kind of accident you think.
I don't want to know then.
Mm. No, it was more weird than, like, bad, but just...
Nope, stop talking. We're done. We're done with that conversation.
You wouldn't think a horse would wear pants that way, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, yes. I've told you the important thing.
Yes. And I didn't panic. And that is growth.
I'm not worried about it. It will come up when it comes up, hopefully not tomorrow.
Feel like we have other things to deal with.
Like going
In the
underwater.
meantime, hell or high water.
Hell or high water.
And in the meantime, we haven't seen each other for a little while. So I think that we can both be off duty for a little bit.
Fair.
We're okay?
We are more than okay.
Okay. As we leave, Scarlett and Marcus, their ship also repaired. Let's cut to the rest of the week. For the rest of you, we know that Kallista is doing some intense training. Anything else that anyone might be up to? Winnie.
I think at some point, she's maybe even before, like, as we're boarding ships and stuff, she's... What is this music? Okay, it was just the intro. I was like, I just wanted to ask Acacia, like, if she wanted help cleaning up from Lemon, but it sounded like we were gonna get into, like, combat. It's fine.
Yes. Yes, Winnie, please.
Yeah.
I need all the mending that you can give me.
I have so much mending. I have also prestidigitation that I can help with.
Thankfully, I was able to just throw the pellets overboard.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he had very sharp claws.
Yeah. So Winnie will spend some time doing that. And the rest of the time, she's gonna work on her dwarven. It's been a while.
Real quick, to the point of Lemon, something we will address next week. As you all are cleaning up after Lemon, there are a few thoughts that are going through your head. Some of them hazier than others. Proximus, for just a little bit, you were busy on the redemption, first mate duties. There was a meeting on the Mercy with the rest of your immediate party, and for just like a little bit, you got this weird sensation that they just weren't on this plane anymore. You got this weird sensation, especially as a paladin, this like almost like your ears popped a little bit. And then a couple seconds went by and they popped again, and like that like pit in your stomach kind of just settled, and you're not exactly sure what happened. The rest of you, we'll address that next week.
I am concerned.
Good. Okay, so cleaning up after an owlbear, I have to imagine, is similar but worse to cleaning a horse stall, because again, the pellets, and the things they left behind. So yeah, the everything needs replaced. Everything needs scrubbed. Everything is rough in here.
I did make sure to like put away like the important stuff that I didn't want to get ruined, but like I definitely had to get new, like anything soft. The wood definitely needed to get like sanded or at least mended.
Oh, yeah.
there's dander and feathers everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Winnie will like bust out the like carpenter's tools and stuff. I think that feels like the most appropriate toolkit.
I'll actually save the feathers for Winnie if she wants them.
Winnie would love them.
Yeah. I'll save anything I think is savable for Winnie, but like,
Thank you.
yeah.
Free quills.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Those are massive quills.
Mm-hmm.
For a
Yeah.
giant.
Yes.
So yeah, that and learning dwarven, or continuing her dwarven.
I'm not sure we've necessarily been tracking the dwarven, but let's.
Well,
Cool.
some of it.
Okay. How many? What do you have for the dwarven?
15 days hard learning so far.
Great. So if you are cleaning the owlbear's former room, let's say that's probably going to take like 3 to 5 days. I mean, there was an owlbear in there for quite some time. So let's say you can take 5 days. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check, just flat intelligence.
12, 17.
Okay. Yeah, 17, above average. You can clock 5 more days onto your dwarven learning.
Thank you.
Dwarven learning. Okay. Anything else for anybody?
I read a book that was about pirates and stuff, and I learned that the navigator job is way more than what I've been doing. So I'm also going to be updating my maps to include ocean currents and like both for seasonal and stuff like that. And I'm going to get a more comprehensive maps, start working on those for like everywhere. So I'm also probably taking the maps from.
Starting a tide book.
Yeah, I am. I'm starting a tide book.
Nice.
That's great.
I'm basically going to be compiling all of that from what I've gotten, as well as what was on the ship previously when it was still the Bloodhound.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I love that. I knew a GM a while back who made their own world. They calculated like tide patterns and like
So
had the wind flow in it. I do not have that brain. I do not.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
going to
me.
pretend that
Dixon, please don't.
I'm not going to pretend that I know exactly what's going in there, but Acacia does now since she's navigator, and at some point, I've been on this job for a while, so maybe eventually getting like proficiency in like navigating tools. But anyway, I would highly suggest folks to read The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I looked at that and went, that was really cool. I can't imagine how much free time that took for you to do. Like, my tide goes in, it comes out. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. Whatever it is for the story, that's what it's going to be.
So I can be proficient in navigation tools.
Yeah, let's. So for navigation tools, let's start calculating that.
Even if I've been doing it a while.
You have been doing it a while. I know you've been doing it for a little while. Let's say you probably already have like 20 out of 10. I think that might be fair.
Okay, yeah.
Feel free to let me know if not. But
Yeah, sure.
let's go ahead and you're going to be doing again 5 days of cleaning, 5 days of navigator's tools. Let's call this a survival check, as you are like figuring out patterns of weather and
Yeah. And this is something I'm going to have to keep doing like as we travel. So like in terms of getting like the logbook all set up. So you said survival. When the fuck did I get a plus 14?
It's incredible.
Hey, how many moons are there?
That's the other thing. Okay, there's one moon in Tomorrow's, but I can't think of how it would work with 2 moons because my brain don't work that way.
I had 7 plus 14, so 21.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that case, you can calculate an additional 5 days on top of your 20, so you're already at quarter.
100 complete.
25 out of 100. Yeah, no, they're having 2 moons in the Forgotten Realms too. I'm like, is it always has tide? Do you have tides? I don't know.
Hey,
Effects
what
of gravity.
about Eberron, homeboy?
What about Eberron? I know.
12 moons.
I know.
Good
Plus the
question.
mysterious 13th moon that's no longer there.
How do fucking lycanthropes work in Eberron? Because they're there and they're shifters.
Fucked. They're absolutely fucked.
Oh man, Well, it also explains, like, we don't need to get too deep in Eberron, but that's why there's an entire religion based around, like, no lycanthropes. It's like, we always have to deal with them. We don't even get, like, free time from them. They're always around.
The Silver Flame are fucking assholes.
They are, though. They're pretty rough.
Oh, I mean, for sure.
It's a pretty great name, though.
It's great.
Yeah,
they're terrible
too
people.
bad they're... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They went
all
to
of
go
the
kill,
religions
like,
in
all
Eberron,
of...
to be fair, are weird.
They were genociding shifters, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, he's this little cow man. You don't need to, go after him. Not a cowboy. He could be, though.
Cowman? Man, I should pay more attention to Eberron. Anyway.
You should.
Well, shifters can be anything. Yeah. Anyhows, okay. So, anything else? Cool.
I'd like to work out.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
bet.
Okay. Jesus. That was a
I went to
Mikyl
the gym
moment
today.
to Mikyl. That was an I'm not muted moment to the man that's never muted. Okay. Yeah, sure. You find Kallista in the hole doing CrossFit.
Yep.
You can cross that fit.
Why does it have to be weird?
Yes.
Why are you?
I don't know.
Everyone
Eva
else
set
made
the
it weird
energy, and I'm just following that.
Persona, why are you making it weird?
Michaels are like table gym bro. I don't understand why everyone's thinking it's some weird, funny thing.
Actually, I do need to ask this. What ship hold is Kallista doing the?
I mean,
the CrossFit?
Callista's on the Redemption.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the other thing. It is right outside Winnie's room. Is the other thing to note. That
All
is.
right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Winnie does have her little lab down there. So Winnie's like peeking out the door at Proximus, like.
To
You
be
want to
fair,
work out?
most of the time, like, little Jeffrey is just doing his, like, little dissonant whispers, like, boombox.
Oh, so much worse now.
So much gym music. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But, like,
Benson Boone.
muffled through the door.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Can I join you? He just came down. He's wearing just regular clothes, I think, not armored.
We were debating about that if Proximus was going to be unarmored through this, and yeah.
Yeah, I think while she's doing what is happening?
I know. What is going on?
Descent into madness. That's what's happening.
There was a debate if Proximus had re-armored at any point, or like after what happened with the Tombstone Twins.
The ad reel, which has all of our ACs on it. It was a legitimate question. I just noticed in your character sheet you were at like 12 or something. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. So I just left it. But
so much is happening. I think for a lot of the, unless she's like actively doing any like weapon training, she's probably also like, I think this is the first time that Kallista's made a habit of not being in her armor on the ship. I think up until this point, she has been, if I'm out of my quarters, I'm wearing the armor because that I'm safer wearing it if I go off the ship. And who knew? I didn't know what was going to happen. And at this point, I feel like we'll be relatively safe-ish for a couple of days. So if I'm down in the hold, I'm probably also not wearing my armor to... I'm probably using it because it's heavy. I'm probably using that as some of the weights at some point.
like ankle weights?
Yeah, I did.
You're...
Just doing curls with the breastplate. Like, why not, you know?
You know you can get a workout by just doing chores around here.
Well, I also do that part, but that's not as focused.
Exactly what Mare just put in chat. Motherfucking
Rock Lee dropping them ankle weights.
dropping them ankle weights.
That's
aura farming for show. So yeah. I just came down to see if you wanted to spa. But I think since I have used the hammer once before, I think I want to use that. Just instead of using a polearm. maybe use more of a smaller
Sure.
weapon. But yeah, I imagine that it's like the armory down here. So I just grab 2 like quarter sticks and throw one at Kallista, like tossing it, not throwing it. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm sure that goes very well with my low dex, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I love the idea that I just totally miss.
Yeah. Not anything that would be, it's like, hey, heads up. Yeah. 2 wooden shields.
Yeah.
Let your high fantasy flirting commence.
Derek, I don't know what you're talking about. This is just like 2 bros working out. It's fine.
Yeah, what's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Yeah. There is different forms that we use for fighting that help you focus when you are fighting and casting spells at the same time. And from my people, and he'll start showing different forms.
Incredible.
This is form 1, Solace of Seas. Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
I'll pass this.
Go ahead and roll for athletics there, Mikyl.
Oh, I wonder what Proximus is. You said athletics plus 10?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll my brand new big jumbo
Hell yeah.
D20 that I got from Long Dong Die.
Yep, we're sponsored by Long Dog Dice.
It's not a bunch of stuff on my desk.
Was that the very first roll it did, Mikyl?
Oh my god.
Because you had held up a 1, so yeah.
It's an 18. It's
okay.
18.
Okay.
I was just paranoid at my pronunciation.
You said Long Dong Dice.
That was so funny.
That's okay.
Wow.
Nobody clipped that.
So 28. Yeah.
Okay. Like perfect form. I mean, you've got it all down. You've practiced with it.
I mean,
Kallista had previously rolled a 17, so definitely not as not the level of aptitude that you have. If you were to spar, you would probably like clock Kallista right in the nose, but maybe not beating the AC. I think just as far as training goes. Kallista, I tell you what, I'll let you, because Proximus is so adept at this, you may add an additional day to your training. You have learned from a master at this and gotten a little bit closer to your athletics. Okay. Days are passing by. You're getting further into your 10-day week. It is getting to be around day 9 that training in the hold, perhaps you don't notice as much. The most thing you would notice is that earlier in the week, ships, you have to get your sea legs, especially in the hold as well, where you can feel that kind of like tossing and turning a little bit. It's getting more significant by day 9. Mare?
This doesn't need to be in character, but at some point towards the beginning of after leaving port, I do want to let everybody know what I overheard while I was in the hook bar back in port. Essentially everything with the mid-seas and the Tritons and everything. I want to relay that information.
Oh yeah, same from Vilkas. Just a little info
So basically both of us throwing both of our combined infos and how the Tritons are coming out and like leaving and like people, they're like, I think you said they were raiding ships and stuff like that.
Yes, there are rumors of Tritons raiding ships. Like, not a lot of ships are getting through the mid-seas these days. It's seeming to be pretty perilous at this point.
But yeah, that was one of the first things. I definitely want to say that before we were too far into the 10-day.
Good call.
For sure. So yeah, we can say that, guards are placed even, during the night crew shifts. They have a few extra. They're keeping an eye out just to see if there's any strangeness in the seas. But as far as things go, by the ninth day, you're starting to see dark clouds ahead as you continue to head east. And you haven't really seen too much of any, large fauna or monsters. There hasn't been sign of anything significant in the water. You can spot, maybe some fish here and there. No dolphins, nothing like that. It's been pretty clear. Even the seabirds have long since faded from view. The further and further you've gotten from land, heading to the mid-seas is one of the largest stretches between any 2 points of land, aside from probably Kraken's Reach, which might be the largest into Maras. Mare, what's up?
If I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember. I thought this. Google is telling me apparently the Druidcraft cantrip can be used to predict the weather.
It can. That's absolutely right. It's one of my favorite qualities of that spell.
Yeah, so I want to do that once I realize I should have been doing this the entire game. Can I just put a blanket statement that I do this every day?
Mayor, as somebody who played a druid who would always have a little version of himself appear in his mind like a meteorologist that would show the weather report,
oh my God.
I fully support this.
Okay, so assume
yes.
I'm doing this every day,
okay.
At some point.
Weather report for where you are. I would say the morning of the 8th day, your little meteorologist brain is like, hey, clear skies, everything's looking great. It's going to be partly cloudy, we're probably going to be out at sea, maybe low 70s, high 60s, especially with the wind coming in off the ocean. But things are not looking choppy. They're looking pretty clear for sailing, all in all. However, by the 9th day, you are starting to see that weather report is changing. In fact, it almost changes while you are looking into it. It kind of describes that you can sometimes summon an orb, and the orb is going to show you what that looks like. Originally, it's same clear skies, maybe a little bit of rain in the afternoon, but that orb, however you're seeing it, begins to darken, almost like ink spilling into it, as there seems to be some sort of arcane quality that is taking over for it. And you're starting to see that there is something magical, and if you want to roll an Arcana check at this point, based off of what you're enjoying.
I'm trying to figure out what level control weather is.
It's level 8. I'm very aware of this. I'm waiting.
I do not have access to that.
Guess what spell I get when we get a ring?
Hell yeah.
I have a countdown.
I am going to be I think I'm going to phone a friend to basically everyone else and be like, hey guys. I dropped one of my D20s. Shit. I know weather, but I don't know magic weather. Can I get folks' input on this? And I'm going to describe what's happening to everybody. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to hand that role off to someone else, actually, if that's okay. Acacia knows her strengths. It's not the intricacies of how magic works. She's a gut instinct type of caster.
Does the Tempest Cleric or the Storm Sorcerer want to take the weather-related question?
I would say somebody who's more magically inclined might be the one to do something with this.
I have a +8.
Somebody with a better Arcana score might be the person for this one.
Yeah, I think the Storm Sorcerer should do it.
Okay.
Because it is ultimately an intelligence one, and I'm not as bad as Proximus, but I'm not far behind.
-1 modifier on Arcana.
I'm a 0.
Proximus is like, what?
So I have rolled different die tonight for each roll, and each one has rolled a 17. Jen, your dice are weird. I think they're balanced, but they're weird.
That's okay. We need to sign this as the dice are balanced but weird.
25.
So I'm sorry. What was there? Was the 17 plus 5? Okay. What Acacia is describing, I think Scarlett has used detect magic or has viewed magic in some way. The inky blackness of it, like this green hue that comes with it, it feels necrotic. It feels necromantic. Is the vibe that the weather seems to be magically altered by something with a tint of undeath to it. And you can even feel the wind start to whip sharply at your sails, pushing you ever forward into this growing storm. The clouds darkening, again, that greenish hue cast amongst them as well. And it begins to rain almost immediately. It's like passing through a wall. You can't even see the rain until it is already just battering down on the decks of your ships. And there's just this pull, this chill that kind of creeps into your bones. Again, very quickly, this you get this slight tinge of like fight or flight. It's not enough to make you like actively act on anything. There's no like fear being cast on you or anything like that, but there's something that's triggered in your amygdala that says we shouldn't be here. It's something so primal that to your mortal being says this is not meant for me. It's almost phobic in a way. And yet your ships push ever onward, and that's day 9. Day 10 is when you should be reaching the ring. So is there anything you all would like to do with this final day?
For this weather, is it so bad that we need to put the sails down and hunker down until it passes?
It does not look like it's passing, is the
I don't
thing.
think this is
Okay.
passing.
It almost looks like these clouds are stationary. They don't seem to be moving anywhere. It almost appears as if they are set in place in an area of effect is what I would attribute them to.
If that is the case, I'm taking the helm of my ship, but I'm also using my storm guide to make sure it's not raining on me while I'm on the helm.
Okay.
I'd also like to make the recommendation to basically everybody on the ships with Scarlett's go ahead. I'm gonna make the suggestion. Crew tie themselves. Have a rope on like connecting themselves to the ship.
Standard storm procedure.
Yes.
Proceed.
And
The Flittons go inside. They're not Flittons anymore. The Tressums go inside.
Yes, exactly. Also, if I do make sure I have control winds and control water prepared in case of emergencies or if it's needed.
Okay.
And just
All
ask
right.
folks to give me the word.
Yeah,
They
with
need
that
to
being
be-
said, I will go ahead and expend a spell slot for my officers for underwater breathing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if that's the case, and if also having it prepared if anyone needs it, 'cause I think I can prepare it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With those preparations made, the 10th day arrives. Your ships begin to... Please.
Real quick, if we're like
Yeah.
getting in there, so I wanted everybody else to like do their daytime stuff. At that last night while we're doing stuff, I do want to go find Proximus. Can we talk for a second?
Yes. Of course.
And she's like really fidgety and will not look at you and is definitely just kind of like looking down at the ground. So,
Is everything okay?
I'm scared to get back in the water. I had really been hoping that spending a couple of weeks on a ship would get me used to the idea, and now that it is imminent, that is not what has happened. And as embarrassing as this conversation is, I thought it prudent to make sure someone know, just in case I handle it poorly. So, there's that.
And he'll like reach underneath her chin to make sure she looks at him. It's Okay. This is probably going to be difficult for everyone. These have never been easy, but I am here with you. If you need anything, just let me know. If you want to have like a certain word that might mean that you are overwhelmed, just let me know.
Thank you.
I don't remember the last time you were in the water, not with us, right?
Right.
Is it, do you want to talk about it?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Eventually it will probably be relevant. Just for the moment, I am fighting a number of survival instincts, because I did just spend a long time in the hells where you're not even supposed to touch the water.
Right.
And then yes, the last time I was in the water on this plane, it did not go well. So everything inside me is screaming not to do it, and I knew this was coming and thought I could pull myself together, and no.
I mean, this is part of you pulling it together. Realizing what your limitations are and preparing yourself for it is exactly what. I mean, I'm in the same boat, if you will. No pun intended. But definitely, I am very anxious about returning to the Nelos in my people, and that is something that I never thought I would have to do. So I do understand where you are, maybe not to the severity, because I don't know what happened, but I'm here for you. We can do this together.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Can I hug you? Is that okay?
Yeah, she just goes.
Yup.
Yep.
We'll find out a way to do this, and he'll, pat her on the hat, like the back of her head, like this is okay. It'll be okay. Yeah.
The 10th day arrives. With the rain still pouring down, that most of the light you're getting is this almost lime greenish hue, almost sickly green, that's being cast down. You can't fully interpret, because even when it is nighttime, that light is still cast down. It's not the sun being cast through these clouds and somehow creating this light. This light is emanating magically from these clouds, so that you are never fully in darkness, you are never fully in light. It's always this dim hue that casts everybody in this green. Thunder rolls softly above, and yet you never really see lightning. The waves are choppy, the boat rocks ever so slightly side to side. It kicks up, and the bow dips down as with every wave that you crest through. And yet the wind seems to propel you forward until it doesn't. And almost as if hitting a wall, a doldrum wall, your sails just deflate, all the wind being cast out of them. And Connery come to Proximus, Scarlett, Marcus will come to you, and both of them give you the same information. As far as your charts can tell you, you are right above where you were supposed to be. And you also don't seem to be moving anywhere, regardless. So unless you want to break out the oars, here you are. What would you all like to do?
Well, if we're here, time to drop anchor.
Okay. Passive perceptions. Great. Scarlett, you give the command to drop anchor. Connery does the same. Acacia and Scarlett, you are familiar enough with the sensation of the anchor, the chains clicking against the wood, that momentum, that gravity, that when it hits the bottom, you feel that little, the softest tug. You know, you both have really high perceptions on that. You're also used to like how long it should take, roughly, for the anchor to reach bottom. There's just a moment where you both feel a soft little like bump, as if the anchor was hitting something else on the way down before it continues on, and you do feel that soft nudge as the anchor does finally hit bottom. And it's tough to tell because again the waves are still kind of rocking the boat a little bit, but there's something different, slightly. Perhaps it's nothing.
Can I'm gonna pause and like take a minute and like just go to like the edge of the ship and just like look down where the anchor is. I know depth wise I won't see anything. It's the light's terrible. It gets darker. Probably was much farther than the eye could see. But I think what I'm going to do is use an item I forgot about and haven't used in a long fucking time. Is I have a coral bag of tricks somewhere in my inventory. Where the fuck is it? Found it. And I would like to take it out and hope for a good roll. Where's my D8? Where are my dice? Okay. So I'm going to take out a little thing from inside the thing and just throw it overboard. I'm getting a 7, which is a giant sea eel.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. You pull out this slimy ball of scales, throw it into the water, and as it hits the water, much like those like little like growing spongy toys that we might have as kids, it just it pokeballs out into a giant eel. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I can do that. I'm trying to find my Acacia dice. Dirty 30.
Great. You would see very clearly as that eel pops out, goes to swim around, and you can see it even through like the waves, through this dim light. You can see the eel, and until you don't. And there's a moment where it almost looks like something pulls it down. And that's when you start to see the hands gripping at the side of the ship, these humanoid fingers digging into the wood of the ship. And those of you with high enough past perceptions would start to see as these hands are gripping the sides of both of your ships. These, again, humanoid, some bony, some more corpse-like, but bloated fingers are pulling themselves up the sides of your ships. And not just a single pair, but a couple dozen of these bloated humanoids, these sunken individuals, are pulling themselves up the side of your ship. Some of them have daggers clenched in their skeletal teeth. Some of them have blades at their hips. But they are climbing surprisingly quickly up the side of the ship now. I would like for us all to roll for initiative, please.
Oh yeah.
Can I use my divine sense while we're doing this?
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Yeah, as soon as I saw like the eel disappear, I would have started verbally yelling an alarm.
Yeah, double fives. Nice. So 7. I get an advantage on initiative, and that's what I roll. Nice.
You're never gonna believe this.
No.
I got a-
Double digits.
I got a 21.
Oh,
What
heck.
the fuck?
So that's insane. Also, a new air quotes thing I have. It's new to my character sheet, but it's kind of old. Derek and I did kind of talk about the fact that like Kallista was in hell for a long time. Would have earned something probably from all of that, the way you guys have done stuff in downtime. One of those things is the alert feat. And in the new version, I can swap initiatives with people. So I am happy to not be at the front because
You're not.
Well,
You're still third somehow.
that's even funnier. But like for Proximus' sake and things like that, I'm happy to swap because I do feel like clerics being at the back is the better position for them. So I'm just throwing it out there. I can trade with someone.
I will keep my 13 position.
Okay.
You grab Proximus and push him forward.
I feel more like just like calling something out and being like, that actually feels like a bigger threat right now. You're looking the wrong direction.
So funny.
So what this is going to look like is, let's see here. There we go. The current order, as it stands right now, is Winnie with a 24, Acacia with a 23, Kallista with a 21, these drowned as a 17, then Scarlett with a 13, and Proximus with a 7. So Winnie, Acacia, Kallista, the enemy, Scarlett, and Proximus. Who, if anyone, would you like to switch with?
I feel like me and Proximus switching makes sense. Are you?
Okay.
Do you want to switch, Mikyl?
I'm good.
All right, great.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll do that then.
Okay.
The drowned suck.
Yes, these are drowned blades. Is the step look that I'm using for them,
I like
which
feel
is
like
it's pretty apt.
I feel like I'll be more effective if more of them actually get on the ship and get closer to me. So I feel like that works better having them go ahead of me too. So.
Okay. So, Winnie, Acacia, Proximus, the drowned, Scarlett, and Kallista. Let's go ahead and start out. Winnie, it is your turn. You are on the Redemption. We can say that, when the ship stopped, you can be on the top deck. Everybody can be on the top deck for this, so no one needs to lose movement. But as you look around, you can see that there are, from what you can tell immediately, 20 per ship. There are 40 in total of these individuals that are clawing their way up the sides of their ship. They will make it to the top of the ship on their turn. What would you like to do?
You mean deck level, right? Like
Yes, they
the
will make it
lowest
to
accessible deck.
They will make it to the poop deck on their turn.
Oh. Man, exposure therapy.
Yours was bodies in water, and they're not in water anymore.
Yeah. Not what that means, but I guess you're not wrong.
I'm technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
I mean, that is why I pulled my card out, my green card.
That's why I appreciate it. Yeah.
I feel like Winnie would have spent... Alright, my stomach is in knots, so my brain isn't thinking so well. I can't think of a better way of phrasing this. Winnie would have spent a lot of time with the grease spell. Which should, is normally on a flat surface. If she, dumped it on the side of the ship, would it, roll down the side of the ship? I'm fine with it just being, it's 10-foot space, but, would it be... Because it's,
I tell you, you could grease the railing if you wanted within 10 feet. That would get... That would get 2 of these fellas that were trying to climb up, make it more difficult for them to climb up.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking of just, greasing 10 feet of the side of the ship, but that, I guess, is... I think by the point of grease, it might make it waterproof for a little bit, but I think it is supposed to be slippery, so it kind of makes sense that it would slip down on a ship, especially as the waves are crashing against it. Yeah. Yeah, alright. I'll do that.
Okay. So grease cast in a 10-foot area then, making it a little bit more difficult for a couple of them to climb up. and clean up.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'll target it to where, like, I see people.
Yeah, I tell you what, since we're doing the railing, for the sake of this time specifically, we can say that since it is 10 feet, you can get 20 feet of the railing. Basically, just line the railing with some
Or, like,
grease.
squidge it instead of...
Yeah, we'd stretch out the spell for this because you're not doing an actual flat area. So that will affect 4 of them. Little Jeffrey is tugging on your arm and he goes, "Goddamn pirates!"
Careful, we're pirates too, buddy.
Yeah, but these are the kind of dead ones, I guess.
Yeah,
It feels like there should be a word for that.
do you want to ask him if they've come to parley?
Zombuccaneers!
Man, I think you're getting smarter than I am. I don't like that.
I'll workshop it.
Yeah.
He opens his mouth and he goes, "Parley!" And you have a high enough perception. You can see that all of them, as they're climbing their way up, all of their mouths seem to be moving. You can't necessarily hear what they're saying from where you are, but they're all of their mouths are moving in unison. They all seem to be whispering the same thing.
Hate that.
I'm gonna yell that, hey, they're whispering something, kind of creepy. I don't know if we should hear it or not, but, I'm not gonna. If you need me, psychically message me. I guess I will have to have little Jeffrey stop her ears with wax.
Okay.
I was gonna have him do something else, but that
Little
seems...
Jeffrey does an Odysseus.
Yeah.
And he...
My ears specifically, not his.
Yes.
To be
Because
clear.
he doesn't have them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls some wax out of his mouth and they're just chewed up crayons. And
No.
You know what? Honestly, valid.
yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if that's good advice or not, and I know like this is probably just straight up character bleed. I fucking hate whatever's going on right now. So it does seem like a reasonable thing for Winnie to do.
He pulls out 2 crayons and he goes,
Royal blue, fire truck red, now is your time to shine.
and he pops them into your ears.
I love that this implies that we have fire trucks.
It does. Okay, next up we have Acacia.
I am going to unsheath my Holy Avenger dagger and take out my shield.
Mm-hmm.
And the Holy Avenger dagger, while it is withdrawn, anybody who is within 10 feet of me is encompassed by an emanation, and all people within 10 feet of me that are friendly to me have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Great. Okay.
And I'm gonna stab a jerk, a motherfucker.
Yeah. Go for it.
That is a 30.
That's more than you need. Way more than you need.
My real question is there anyone next to me that could be used as an advantage for sneak attack? Not advantage,
I will say,
but within,
Sure. There are enough sailors aboard this ship that for the sake of this, they are all going to be defending. You have basically said, like, hey, let's keep an eye out for stuff in the weird ocean here. So yes, you may use sneak attack for this.
Cool. I'm gonna be adding 2 extra d10 because it's against I'm assuming this is undead.
This is undead, absolutely.
Okay, I gotta do math. Hold on. I gotta take out my calculator. Oh, I see the nice little sorting key symbol on one of these. I got 7 plus 4 plus 4 plus 10 plus 6 plus 10. 41 points of... Okay, so the radiant damage is 17. 17, and then everything else is piercing.
Yeah, you only need to break it up if there's any poison damage.
Cool.
So Acacia is able to slash through. We're going to use carryover damage for this because again, there's 20 per ship, and they're all closely grouped together. So Acacia, you're able to slash through 2 of these. What does this look like?
Yeah, I think what happens is there is a very bright flash due to the Holy Avenger dagger, and it doesn't look like a very impressive cut. It just looks like I slashed through it, but there's a holy burning, and they just kind of like collapse.
Yeah. They collapse. As they do, there is a flash of green light that comes out of them, and they almost liquefy under your knife and go back into the water. Anything else for your turn?
I also want to activate my little cutie mark as a bonus action, please. And I think I'm going to activate the archer ability. So on activation and as a bonus action, you can make a ranged spell attack, dealing 2d8 plus 4 radiant damage. So I'm going to aim towards someone who's like not within 5 feet, probably like a little farther down on the other side of the ship, and I'm going to attack with that one.
Okay.
That is 7 plus 9. I don't know.
Yeah, they have an AC of 10, so yes.
Cool. I love that. So that's going to be 2d8. 2d8 plus 4. Radiant? Yeah, you said it didn't matter. 6. 13. 17 damage.
Okay. You have taken out a third. Right. That. So again, evaporate this flash of green light with the strike against them. Anything else?
That's it.
Great. Proximus, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buck wild. I do have a question. When you greased the side,
Yeah.
When he greased 20 feet of the railing.
Yeah.
20 feet of the railing, on the poop deck, like where they're at, or
Yeah, like the
Yes.
lowest level where they're about to climb up over the edge.
gotcha.
Yeah,
I
the
probably
gunnel
also would have
of
called
the
out like grease on the rail.
Yeah, and
classic pirate.
And I would have said, everybody stand back. So he is going to, as a bonus action, use 2 sorcery points to heighten fireball, and he's going to shoot fireball at fucking. Why do I do that? Fucking at 4th level.
Okay.
Can we say for this exercise that like I wasn't like up on the railing when I cast grease on it?
Yeah, I think that's probably
I just
the
figured
best.
you were like dripping it down, like you poured it down.
Yeah, I mean
it
it's
is
a spell.
mostly on the
But
railing.
yeah.
It kind of like spread out extra because it's typically
Right.
10 feet, so we spread it to 20 feet just in a vertical line on the railing there.
It is a spell, but it is a lot funnier to think of little Jeffrey just with like a little oil skin, like.
I hate my
Jumping.
job.
Yeah, he just flies right over the top, and
Okay, what is the saving throw and what is the range on that?
18 dex saving throw, 150 feet, but 20 radius. So I'm going to make sure that it doesn't reach folks on board.
Okay.
If I can make the radius on the outside.
Want you to be aware.
I know. Yep, it's going to burn.
Okay. Okay, you just got the ships repaired. I'm just trying to prevent you from getting yelled at. Okay.
Oh, no, I've 100% Proximus is getting yelled at. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, they got a 4.
If I learned anything from Baldur's Gate 3 is you light that
Grease
grease on
explodes.
fucking fire, bruh.
Yeah. Okay. So
And undead hate it.
what is the damage?
It is 96, and luckily I have so many D6. In fact, I'm gonna roll my new D6s. You hear that? Oh man, that sounds good. 8, 10, 12, 24, and 30 points of damage for my bonus action.
So 30 points of damage is going to be enough. You said 20-foot radius. That is enough to get an entire side of the ship, especially with the exploding damage, which you don't have to calculate because that's more than enough to take out 10 of these. Nice. So with a explosion, the gunnel, we can say the starboard gunnel of the Redemption is set aflame, the rain pattering down to dampen it somewhat, but the flames do persist a bit there, as you also watch all of these drowned sailors go up in flame. The flames, again, kind of dampened by them as well. They are very waterlogged, but it is enough damage to send them flailing back into the seas, where they hit with a hard splash, and you do not see them rise back up. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to sprint to the other side and use 2 glaive attacks on some baddies.
Okay.
And they're undead, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I get a when I hit. So that is a 19. You said 10? Right?
Yeah, I gotta be as a 10.
my plus alone is more than 10. I have a plus 12 with my glaive. So there's that. So I rolled a 7 and a 4 plus 12. That's 16 and 19 to hit. Oh, nice. So that is, and I'm gonna get my d8s out here because I'm gonna divine smite these mothers. So that is 10, 17 points of damage on one hit, and level 1 divine smite. So the glaive turns molten hot, dripping radiant flame onto the ground as he slices through, and he gets a extra d8 because they're undead.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 4 d8. That's 12, 13, 20 points of radiant damage on one, and the other, and then the other hit was for 8 damage. 8 of the slashing damage. Jeez, I can think. That's 8 and 14 points of radiant damage on the second hit.
Okay.
Slicing and dicing.
Slicing up. So far, Proximus, I think, single-handedly has taken out 14 of the 20 that were boarding the Redemption. 3 have been taken out on the Mercy. And so, let's see here. We have 6 attacks that are going to happen on the Redemption, and then 17 attacks that are going to happen on the Mercy as it gets to the Drowned's turn. So, I'm going to split the attacks for the Redemption with Proximus and Kallista, as these 6 left. The 3 kind of split half and half to target the 2 of you. And that is a nat 20 for their attacks. So they are drawing rusty cutlasses and long swords, blades that they have held in their teeth as well. So let's see here. What is that going to be? That's going to be, let's do, and then, okay, so 10 plus 15. So 25 slashing damage on Proximus. Actually, I'm sorry, that's doubled. So was that's 20 plus 50, just 35 slashing damage to Proximus. And Kallista, that is going to be 16 plus 10, so 26 points of slashing damage. I need a Constitution saving throw from the two of you, please.
Is Kallista within 10 feet? Or did I move
Can be.
too far away?
We can say you all stayed close enough.
Plus 5 to your saving throw.
Thank goodness. So I still don't know if this could be enough. I got a 16.
A 16 is enough.
Okay.
What was it? What was it again?
Con save.
Con?
It's only DC
15
12.
for me.
15?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That is enough. Okay, let's go ahead and do our attacks then. So with, let's see, I've got Scarlett, Acacia, and Winnie all aboard the Mercy. I've got 17.
I'm on the Redemption.
You are on the Redemption. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Sorry, was I supposed to take that with Proximus and...
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I think they're going to go after the Paladin and the Cleric more than anything because they are undead, even though Winnie did do damage. But yes, I've got Scarlett and Acacia. Acacia has done damage before Scarlett has, so I'm going to say splitting these in half as best as possible.
And they all of them reach me?
Well, they're going to have enough, like, again, movement to get on deck, and then probably the
Got it,
25
okay.
feet.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna say that 9 go after Acacia, and then I can't think.
8.
Eight go after Scarlett. So let's see here. Let's see if they can
I'm
even
going
hit
to
first. Please.
preemptively use my Cosmic Omen Woe. The ones, I don't know how you're splitting everything up, but I'm going to use it to subtract from the roll for Scarlett.
Yeah, go ahead and subtract.
So -2 from whatever the roll against Scarlett is.
Okay. Yeah, they had rolled a 15 plus 5, so that was a dirty 20. However, with the -2, they are not able to hit either of you with that. Is your AC really 29, Mare?
No, it's 21.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as these drowned go to slash, technically they're supposed to take 2 attacks each, but there are a lot of them, so I'm not going to worry about that.
They're hitting each other.
All of these slashes are going wide against you, or other sailors are intercepting them. With that, then we get to next in the order with Scarlett.
How many can I get into a roughly straight line?
There are quite a few that came running at you, so I'm going to say if 8 were coming at you, you would reasonably be able to get 8 in a straight line. If you can kind of like take a step back and line 8 of them up, by all means.
Cool. I'm going to lightning bolt them.
Go for it.
Dex 18.
Okay. They have a -1 to Dex, and that's a 4 on the die.
Nice.
So they got a 3.
That's going to be 8d6 damage. For a total of 27.
So, okay. So that will take out at least 2 more. So that'll bring
does it help me at all that they are waterlogged?
It does, actually. Thank you for... Yeah, let's double that damage. So what'd you say the damage was?
27.
Well, and you're also hitting all of them. It's not damage being split up. So you actually...
No.
They only have 16 hit points each. So you are able to take out 8 then. And yeah, you take out all 8. Again, the lightning bolt flashing through them, this green light emanating out of all of them as they, liquefy and collapse, splashing off the deck through the portholes that let water out. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. And that is my parting gift because I am.
I was gonna say it is your
like
turn.
a
Would you like to do your sign-offs real quick, or would you like me to do them for you?
I trust you.
Cool. Okay. Thank you to Kaila. We'll do her sign-offs here at the end. Okay. Kallista, it is your turn.
Okay, so a lot of them on both ships at this point have been killed.
Yes, you have 6 left on the Redemption. You have 9 left on the Mercy.
Okay. Does it look like, if I go to look, are there more coming up, or does it look like this is what we're dealing with?
This seems to be what you're dealing with. You're not sure if there's more in the water, but this is what has been sent up to you.
Okay. I'm not gonna waste a turn undead then on this. And then because of we'll see. Because of how the ships came to a stop, how close are our ships to each other?
Within 20 feet of each other.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Get him.
I'm trying to decide how worried I am about the other ship. I think I'll look at Proximus. You got it over here?
Of course, yes.
I am going to take a running start towards the railing and of the redemption and jump, and I'm going to use a charge from my new shield. And for the single round, there is the shield that Winnie gave me has a pair of very full feathery wings on it, and those same wings spectrally appear at my back, and I have a fly speed of 60 feet for the next round.
What?
So I will fly over to that ship, and I will try to land as in the middle of the drowned that are on that ship as possible. And I will, since there's 9 of them, I don't really want to spend a 5th level spell slot. So yeah, I will do that, and then I will channel divinity, turn undead. So
okay.
I need was just looking at it, wisdom saving throw 18 from them.
Okay. They have a -1 to wisdom. That is
Perfect.
a 17 on the dice. That is 16 in total.
Perfect. If they are CR, where is it? Eighth level. Okay, perfect. If they are CR3 or lower, they are destroyed.
Okay.
And if they're not, if they're higher than that, then they just are forced to flee for the next minute.
Right. What's the range on this?
30 feet. So it's a 30-foot radius from me. So if I'm in the middle of all of them, I'd like to think that covers that.
Yeah, you land pretty much right next to Acacia, who had the 9 kind of swarming her, and you what does this channel divinity look like?
I think
it's the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, I think as she is flying over, she has pulled out, she is using Zeal finally. She has that Warhammer out, and all of the gold bands on that start to glow, as well as all of the golden cracks in her horn. And then there's an emanation of just that light washing out.
Okay. These are all CR2. And even then I lowered some hit points. So you watch as they this flash of light, and again kind of mix with that flash of green coming from them, liquefy, and you have taken out 9. They are 0 left aboard the Mercy. All right.
Cool. So if the ships are only 20 feet from each other, I have a fly speed of 60, so I could get close enough, do that.
Yeah.
I could get back to the Redemption.
You could.
I will go back to the Redemption, and I will go post up next to Winnie just in case any of the remaining ones try to go for her.
Great.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
It's I get over there and they all turn into ash and goop or whatever, and I go, that was much easier than I anticipated. Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. I just fly on back.
Okay. With 6 left, we go back to top of the order with Winnie.
Uriel, do you have any, I don't know, thoughts on this matter? I think she's scanning the deck for whatever, visitors are closest.
Yes, I thought you would never ask. These seem to be very wet individuals, but even wet things can turn into rocks if you would like to do that. I think that is something that we could potentially do. You have a very powerful item, which is me. Not to toot my own horn, not that I could because I can't breathe air. Anyway, I think that you should do one of your little magic things. You seem to have very good magic things. I'm sure they could be better, but they're fine for what they are. Keep practicing. You know, that is the key to getting good at things. But if you want to be the best, you could use me.
I mean, I do like being better.
You could be the very best, like no one ever was.
Oh, that does sound really good.
To petrify them is your real test. To
Without going too into detail, this is a yes/no question.
yes.
Your descriptions are so good, but yes/no question. Are there any of these intruders within 30 feet of me, or I guess within 60, that have eyes that look like they might be able to see?
Some of them.
Okay. I would like to...
They seem to have some sort of visual basis to them.
Yeah, well, I'm not risking it on, like, a skull.
I mean, some of them are more skeletal than others.
Yeah, Winnie definitely is scientifically curious, but also, like, that's something that you test later, not when you're actually under attack.
Yeah, I think, Whitney, especially if you're scanning them, you would notice that a lot of them are dressed like more antiquated buccaneer style dress. You know, a lot of it's very worn. Some of them are barnacled. But some of them you even notice might have like very, very weathered, but you can almost tell that this is like Nerian garb, or might have the markings of a variety of sigils and like country,
It's
country
equal
emblems.
opportunity, right? Like,
This is not all from one ship, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
These individuals seem to have been conglomerated here. But all of them, again, whispering the same thing. Even as you are slaying them, they are whispering the same thing.
at very, like, too high of a volume because of the wax in your ears, Winnie's gonna say, "We might be in the mid-seas triangle, y'all." And then, she's gonna, angle Uriel, her, Medusa-reliefed shield, at, the nearest one with eyes. And, say, "Hey, Bucky, over here."
And its head snaps to look at you.
Just that one, because that would
They all do.
Yeah, god damn it. And if I could have a Constitution saving throw, that'd be super great.
I cannot overstate the unison that all of these things seem to be moving in.
I hate it. Oh my god, this is a bonus action?
It's an artifact. I rolled a nat one.
Okay, it turned into stone.
Okay.
It is restrained, excuse me.
Yep. Just that one.
Yes, one creature. It is a bonus action. And then the closest one to getting on the ship, if they aren't already on the ship.
They're all on the ship now.
The closest one to me, I guess. I would like to have little Jeffrey shocking grasp.
Okay. Is that an attack roll or a save?
It is an attack roll, and that is under too much stuff. That is a waste of a roll. 29. Does that hit?
Yes.
Cool. 11 lightning, which I think you said they're waterlogged.
Yeah, we can double that to 22, which will take out another one.
Little Jeffrey has ended another life.
Yeah, it wasn't really a life.
Second life. Yeah.
Very generous description.
And then they can hear.
The petrified one?
No. I'm not. Look, he's already down. I'm not gonna kick him while he's down.
I'm trying to determine what you're asking. You said they can hear.
Oh, yeah,
Who's
no,
they?
sorry. It doesn't matter because I'm changing my my thought. Anyway, I think I will just... That went pretty well. I will just shocking grasp the closest one to me.
Okay.
27.
Yeah.
Ooh.
8. 8 damage rolled, so...
So doubled, so 16, which is exactly their hit points. Okay. Another one taken out. 3 left.
I imagine these things are just like, as they die, they're being snapped, like Thanos snapped away, but with green smoke. Is that?
It's almost like when there's a
is it-
slash, their insides seem to be like this flash of green light, and then the rest of them, it's not as much dust as it is like, again, liquefying. They're like, even bone, clothing, everything almost sludge-like is hitting the deck like a splash of ink, and then is quickly sifting into the water after that.
Well, that's definitely worse. Yep. Thank you.
It is definitely worse. Okay, Acacia, there are 3 left on the ship that you are not on. What would you like to do?
I am going to use. I don't use this spell enough, and I get like 5 free uses of it from being a Star Druid. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolts at one of the ones on the other ship.
Sure.
I did not get a nat 1. I got a 17 on the die.
Great.
That's going to be 4d6. That is... I cannot do math, and this is why calculators exist, everybody.
Mhm.
18 points of damage.
Okay. Another one down.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't get the advantage from that. And as my bonus action, I'm going to use my little cutie mark and attack.
Okay.
Which is an 18 on the die. And it's 2d8 plus 4. Unfortunately, that one's only 12 points of damage.
Okay. Right. Anything else?
Nope. That is all I got for my turn.
Perfect. Proximus. 2 left aboard your ship. Got you over there. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
slice them. Let's roll these. Jumbo. 29 to hit.
Yeah, dude.
And 18.
Yes.
Yes. That is 16 points of slashing damage for 1.
Okay. That one is down.
And what was it, plus 7?
You just need 4 hit points.
Oh, well, yeah. Plus 7, 13 slashing damage on the other one.
Great. With 2 more green flashes, the drowned all are evaporated, liquefied, dissipated out. This green flash all about you. Now all the darker for not having it. And as you all look around, the seas are still agitated, but there doesn't seem to be anything else clawing its way out of the depths. Winnie, you do have a petrified one in front of you. That, I will note, you can still hear whispering.
I can't. I got wax in my ears.
Oh, you sure do. Okay. So Kallista and Proximus, then, both of you can hear this thing still whispering. Stone though it is, mouth not moving, the opening where its mouth would be, you can tell that there are words coming out of its mouth.
Do I recognize the whispers at all?
Do you want to get close enough to it?
Proximus is trying really hard to figure out like what it's saying, and Winnie, again, over loud, is like, "Good job, guys! We really did great work!
La 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 la! Good job!
Yeah.
La, la, la.
Definitely wearing headphones, like talking way too loud.
I'm so torn between the player curiosity and then the character being like, "This is bad. Don't do it." But I want to know. Jen wants to know.
Will use my eye of true sight to see what is going on.
Okay. looking through your eye of true sight, you can see that there's something spectral about this. This is an undead. Its soul tethered to two places, not fully moved on. It's sundered, essentially. Both a remnant of it here to animate whatever this prison is that holds it to the material plane, and then something beyond where it is not fully formed itself or moved on to whatever that beyond might be. You can see that it is held in place, much as it is petrified. Again, its material form as much as it is its soul form. They are one and the same. You know, when you look at other mortal beings, they might actually appear different. But this thing is solely animated by the fragmentation of its spiritual nature on the material plane. It is in two places, whereas were you to look at Kallista, all one being.
So it's kind of like stretched out.
Mm-hmm. And the spectral form does appear to be humanoid, human. You're not exactly sure what. Doesn't give you, your soul does not directly reflect the flesh prison that you have, but it does seem to be imperiled. This is not the way that things should be. Undeath is unnatural, and you can still hear it whispering. So as you get closer, you can hear it whispering a single phrase over and over. It is in common, and it is whispering, "No quarter. The captain needs a crew. No quarter. The captain needs a crew." Just repeating that. And as you're thinking back now, they were all saying that in unison over and over, almost this like subliminal chant that they were voicing, even as you were slashing them apart. That was the last words that each of them had.
Don't like that shit at all. Can I cut the tie between worlds? I'm gonna attempt to.
In the same way that you cut it for all the rest of them.
Yeah. So, because I can see that stretching out. Obviously, I can't cut through stone. Well, I mean, I probably could try.
Good news, someone has a hammer in case you decide you want to go that way.
But I do want to, if I can see that tie to another realm, I want to hit that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
This is something that you would think a paladin would be good at.
Not necessarily, though. Religion is like knowing all religions. I will say you can roll it with advantage because this isn't Bible trivia. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to. You can even call this. Well, you're not even good at Arcana. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, religion is an intelligent skill, so
it is, but it's like, I don't know. It's like knowing all the saints and being able to recite scripture. Like that's how they classify religion. It's not like God really likes me. Like that's different.
Right.
Paladins are casting spells with their big old dumb hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel it in my heart, and therefore I have magic.
I don't need to know how to read. God loves me.
And I love God.
oh boy.
I'm God's chosen. I actually, so a 9 and a 19, and that, so 18 would be my roll.
So I think what you know is that the most direct way to reunite these two halves is to sever the mortal material plane ties, to smash the stone, destroy the physical form. That is the more violent way. I think that's what you would get with a 9. If you were to do this in a way that is perhaps more in accordance with, like, I think that's old Shadow Knight Proximus. I think if you were to do this in accordance with your beliefs now, I think that you would know that ceremony might be a good spell that you are laying this soul to rest. Instead of severing it from this material plane with violence, you could sever it with peace. And that pacifying this thing would allow it to receive ultimate rest, not pass on to this nether beyond that you can see its other half being in. Its other half is not in its final rest. It is unrest on both accounts. And so ceremony, I think, is probably the most direct spell to afford that.
I would definitely take the 1 hour.
Okay.
Lay his hand on the stone statue at this point.
As you take that hour, the rain pattering down around all of you, there are no other creatures that claw their way up. The eel is not seen again. And Proximus, throughout that hour, you see small cracks appearing in that stone until that hour passes and the statue collapses. And looking through your eye, you would not see the remnants of that creature and its spiritual ties. It is passed on to something else that is imperceptible. Another plane. The rain continues to beat down around you. No wind in your sails, the seas rocking about you all, but your anchors holding your ships in place. And it is at this point that you begin to see a greenish glow cast not from the skies above, but also from the seas below. Just this soft thrum of a similar green light. What would you like to do?
I think just out loud, Acacia's just like, now I'm debating whether going after the haunted ship was the right move.
Yes, I think this water is probably not the best place to be.
Well, we're already here.
Yes.
If it helps at all, I don't think there was a good option.
No, you're right. Ready to go? Prepare? Last prep before we go under?
Yes, I think we should probably set up watches to ensure that everyone gets a good rest. But the crew should probably get out of here once we go down below.
I think you're right.
We can give them a quick ring when we're on our way back up. We just got to make sure we have a sending available.
Well, we also have... Yeah, I guess it depends on how far away we are.
Everyone get some rest. We'll need it.
Connery nods, and Marcus as well.
We'll make sure that all the crews get their proper rest and we'll set up watches, but these ships aren't going anywhere fast right now, so the sooner you can deal with that and get us some wind back, the sooner we can be as if we were never here.
All right.
To be fair, I wish we went here now, but
We have only so many options.
yeah.
Seems like every few weeks we end up in a place I'd rather not be, but
Yeah, we have really bad luck when you think about it.
So this is normal then. This is normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
you
More
can call
undead.
it luck. It feels like the consequences of our choices and actions, but
This is more undead than usual, but yeah.
Well, at least you have a cleric this time.
Yes.
That is true.
Yeah.
Flying now, I see. That is
Yes.
new.
Winnie made me a special shield.
And a new
figured-
dagger. Acacia.
This isn't new.
No, that's
Really?
the one that sounded like Matt Berry.
This is the one. No, this is the dagger, the sibling dagger to the one that sounded like Matt
Oh,
Berry.
yeah.
Yes.
But-
Matt Berry went back to heaven.
This is the one that
I
doesn't
forget
talk.
how many daggers you have on you. Do you
This dagger does not talk.
I forgot it was
hold on.
substituted.
That's good.
I think I have 3 magic daggers and like a couple mundane ones. Yeah, I've got the dagger of blind sight, the dragon tooth dagger, and the holy
Dragon
avenger
tooth, that's-
dagger.
yeah.
Plus probably like a couple, like 2 or 3 mundane ones.
So like so many gifts you can give a rogue, okay?
Yeah, right?
Dagger is all of them. Yeah.
You tell your family you like daggers once, and that's all they get you for every birthday.
Honestly, I am probably going to gift the dragon tooth dagger at some point because I don't need it.
Oh,
even
little
though it was
Jeffrey would love it.
No.
I'm gonna give little Jeffrey the baleful talon that I have.
Yes.
No.
I think we decided he can equip magic items. I just never have.
That's a bad
I-
idea.
No, I don't know.
I might have.
Get back to me on that one.
Derek's like,
That
don't
feels
think I
bad
said
and wrong.
that.
No, little Jeffrey busts in and he goes,
I have like 5 birthdays because I've died so much.
Eva, I hate to tell you, I literally just listened to an episode where it devolved into the argument about whether that could happen. And you asked a question, and Derek went, you can't give it to little Jeffrey. He cannot have magic items. That was literally the first thing that got said. And then 10 minutes went by.
No, that's valid, but also sometimes he just says that as a reflex. Then he's like,
So
it's a reflex.
there is no reason why little Jeffrey cannot use a magic item that does not require
Yeah.
attunement.
I guess, I don't know. It feels like you have familiars, right? You have your cats and
horses
your toads.
can wear
If you
like
gave your
horseshoes
toad a
of
necklace of fireball, that feels weird.
But he can make the choice. Like that's the thing. Is
What
like
if it's like a
toad
passive
can.
effect? A passive effect doesn't need him to do anything.
And
However, there are
familiars-
magic items that are made for creatures that aren't PCs. There's saddles and collars and all sorts of things like that.
You want me to saddle little Jeffrey?
I mean,
What is
oh God.
wrong with you?
It's like familiars specifically say they can't attack, and I think little Jeffrey just specifically can attack. Is
He's not
the
a
thing that's gonna
familiar.
get you here? So
He's not a familiar, he's a homunculus.
He
Look,
is. He is a homunculus.
I
Yeah.
can rules lawyer
He
both
has
directions.
thumbs.
I know that's the thing, right? Is like there are things that explicitly say like, you know, person or like creature or whatever, but sometimes it's just like this is the effect it has.
I think we should give little Jeffrey an arcane rifle.
I mean, for science.
Okay, no, I'm back on Derek's side. Let's not give little Jeffrey any kind of projectile weapon.
He already has
I
a
don't want to
projectile weapon.
I don't
It's
want him
just
to
not
get. Okay, but I don't want him to have a gun of any kind.
Casting through him. Yeah.
No,
Oh.
no, but he's got his little like widow darts.
Yeah,
widow
no,
bites.
and that feels like enough. I'm back on board. No magic
I think
items
we
for
should have
little
amendments, and I'm really fond of the second one.
Their arms will certainly be more effective than sharp arms.
Yeah, he really wants the right to owlbear arms.
Oh
There
my
we go.
God.
Well, he missed his chance.
Yeah. Well, we won't have again.
We
Okay.
don't know how Lemon's story ends yet. So
Yet.
What are you all doing? Are you?
I think we're prepping for next session when Kayla's back and we're hopping overboard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm-
take a long rest and
Yeah, if we can long rest, great. But I don't.
I would
feel like we have
advise
that.
against a long rest.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's
If we can short rest, I'm fine enough with that. I
I
specifically.
think you all could afford a short rest.
I will do
What
a
is
short
What is
rest.
Proximus's problem? Why is he not loving the short rest
I
idea?
just used like a shit ton of spells. That's
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
only-
And hey, Michael, that was kind of the point.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're doing here.
And that's why I used a dagger. Anyway,
It's called
Yeah,
resource management.
I get my
Yeah,
channel
yeah.
divinity back on a short rest, so that was a tactical choice. So
You may have a short rest. To basically wrap this up, since we're going to be taking a few weeks off here, I'm going to say that any preparation you can do within that short rest, you did. And as you all dive into the dark waters below, the green light emanating from them, Scarlett presumably taking on her siren form, I'm going to change the map over to show you what you see below. You look down into these green lit depths, and you see a ship not too dissimilar from yours, perhaps a little older in design and construction, and absolutely one that is wrecked to all hell, but yet strangely preserved given the time you know it has been down here. And as green light this ghostly green light emanates from all of around it, like a fire burning around it. You can see that it is nearly split in half, basically, across the width of it, at the hull, held intact on the top deck. I apologize if you can hear the bird screaming. He wants peanuts.
Give him peanuts.
Ruining the scene. You can see that the masts are mostly intact, the sails nearly non-existent. You cannot see any movement below, although you can see significant damage to show why this ship did wreck. And as you dive into the water and see this below, you cannot see anything else moving about this ghostly ship waiting for you in the depths. And with that is where we will end this episode. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Horizons Call. I'm Derek Sword. I use he and pronouns. I've been your GM for this game. I'm going to do all the Sword and Key stuff at the end, but before all that, I want all of these lovely folks to say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. And yeah, then we'll wrap things up. So, Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. I'm not doing a lot right now. It's not announced yet, but you'll see me over on Valdrian's channel for an Extra Life game. I'm running the Devil's Dandy Dogs. So if you want to see me run a game for some good doggos where they do catch a soul, catch a soul for the devil, come watch that. Right now, you can just find me here on Sword and Key every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, playing your amazing Acacia, who is perfect and has never done anything wrong, and is a perfect angel and is not fueled by spite. I don't know. I might also be doing a one-shot or something or two in October. Peace.
Yeah, absolutely. Horizons Call will be taking some time off in October, so look out for some special one-shots, two-shots, whatever we happen to have in this time slot. Next up, we have Eva.
Hi, hello. I'm Eva. I have been your Sea Elf Alchemist today. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. You can find me here on and behind the scenes multiple times a week. Tomorrow, for example, morning, I will be on a pre-recorded finale of our Liminal Horror two-parter. And I don't know, there's more stuff coming up. I don't know when or what, but I'm always here. I think that's about it for me.
Great. Next up we have Mikyl.
Hi fam, I'm Mikyl. You can find me on Instagram and BlueSky at Mikyl Sandoval, Mikyl Sandoval. Next week I will be on Val's channel finishing up a two-part Dax's channel. I'm sorry. Gosh, my brain. And thank you. And we're finishing up a two-part Star Wars Fantasy Flight game, two-shot for Extra Life. And so come over and check us out. So I won't be here because I think there's overlapping time. But yeah, that's all I got going on. And then we're going to take a break, and then I'll be back as Proximus all the time, forever and always.
Oh, at least as long as this game goes on for, which seems like forever at this point, in the best way.
I feel like I'm going to get a tattoo soon, and I'm drawing it out. And so, yeah, it'll be forever and always. At least
draw me one too, man. I'll get the same one as you.
Don't you do that.
New activity while I'm visiting. Group tattoo adventure.
I'm just saying. We have a surprisingly great amount of tattoo shops where we live. I am not in the main Seattle area, so they're good and affordable.
That's what I need. I need a good tattoo artist, so we might actually talk more about that.
I got a few. Let me know. I've said before, I get your art tattooed on me. Special thank you to Mikyl for that artwork that you can see on all of our promotional materials as well as on screen. He's absolutely incredible. It only gets better by the day, and so very appreciative of all that he does. Next up, we would typically have Kaila. Kaila had bounced a little early, but massive thank you to her. Actually, I'll throw this thank you out to Eva and Mayor for doing production work as often as they do on this channel. Kaila is a Sword and Key exclusive. She has been your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores. And yeah, you can find her socials if you know where to look. Otherwise, she's mostly here. Kaila will be doing some more stuff for us in December. She'll be running a game then that got deferred from Pride Month. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, Kayla's going to be a little busy. We're all going to be busy because Kayla's going to be busy. The best of ways, because Kayla's getting married and stuff coming up in less than a month. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. But that is the main reason why Horizon's called. It's taking a little time off. So wish her the best. And you can look forward to seeing us when we come back. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Before that, though, Jenn.
I'm Jenn. I'm Lozelda. I'm also Long Dog Dice.
I think you should rebrand. I liked Mykyl's better.
Okay. Side tangent. So that was a common thing when I first named it. People were reading it. They're like, I misread it, and I thought about locking down that website to just have it redirect to mine, just because. And then I was like, I don't want to have to explain to my accountant who does all of my tax stuff every year why that's a charge on my QuickBooks.
You also don't need the disappointed comments of people who are looking for the other one and be like, oh, I didn't want dice, but while I'm here, I'm like,
yeah.
Well.
So anyways, I'm Lozelda in all the places. I'm Long Dog Dice in all of the places. I'm streaming as much Silk Song as I can physically manage, and loving that, loving it more now that I got the upgraded weapon and my pogo goes straight down. So that was a weird sentence. I'm not looking at any of you on the camera. Yeah, and that's all the stuff that I do. So there you go.
Beautiful, wonderful, perfect, just like all of you. Yes, this has been Horizon's Call. We are going to be taking a little bit of time off, so what does that look like? That looks like next week, the 27th, we will have a filler episode, as Mayor described, called Lemonade, where we will be determining where the owlbear lemon absconded off to, and figure out how our party solved that owlbear-sized problem. We will be back with main Horizon's Call episodes November 1st at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So don't really look for us at all throughout the month of October. We won't be here for Horizon's Call. We will have other stuff, though. We'll have some other streams that are going to be in this time slot, as well as a number of other things I will talk about here in just a moment. But you can find all of Sword and Key's things at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find all of our links. Right up at the top is our Twitch. If you haven't given us a follow already, go ahead and do that. It's much appreciated. Towards the bottom is our YouTube. If you're watching this there, go ahead and give us a follow there. If you are looking for our socials, that's Instagram and BlueSky. We also have a Discord. You can hang out with cool folks, talk about cool things, cool games like this one, or cool folks like these. Yeah, we also have applications on there. That's where we post them first and foremost. So if you ever want to play in a game, that's the place to see. December is probably going to be our next big push for that. So we'll probably have applications out in early November. For those, we'll be doing Project Hope in December. So we'll have a number of games for that. For other things, we have links to our affiliates. We have a number of great affiliates like Long Dog Dice, or the alternative, however you have. Jenn makes incredible dice sets. You can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase, and you can even pre-order a set of Horizon's Call dice. They're a beautiful, vibrant shade of blue with the little Sword and Key logo on the D6. They're incredible. You can also use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase at Eldritch Foundry, and Eldritch Foundry has a special new deal that they have introduced for our affiliate link. If you're going to use our affiliate link, you can get 3 months unlimited STL 3D printing permissions to make as many characters as you want, as many varieties as you want, for only $19.99. It's a pretty good deal for that, so check that out if you are a 3D printer. Or if you own a 3D printer. I guess both. You could be a 3D printer and watch this. Jen's had a little face on it, so I thought that was pretty neat. We are also affiliates with Hit Point Press. They're the makers of Humblewood, Griffin Saddleback books, animated spell cards, tons of stuff. Islands of Sea and Una. Use our affiliate code, or link, rather, affiliate link if you're going to be purchasing anything from them. We have a number of charitable organizations also listed on our beacons: Palestine Children's Relief Fund, Canadian Commands for Independence, tons of other ones, Trans Lifeline. A number of our games are in support of them. Some are just evergreen ones. We also have the Pally specifically for this game and for our Tuesday game. If you're looking to tip our casting crew in a more micro niche way to support the arts, you can impact our games, and it's always very much appreciated. It's a way that we can support our players since our channel does not yet break even, and it's a way that you can show a little appreciation should you be willing and able, and maybe even spice up our games. For other things, there's the links to the podcast Monster Crush. It's a podcast I do with my friend LD. We talk about different cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from myth, and how smoochable they are. It is a bi-weekly, bisexual, all-monster podcast that is back now after our summer hiatus. We did just have an episode come out on the 14th, this past Sunday. Was an episode about unicorns. I did record it with my friend Shadow because LD is busy this month. So if you want to listen to that, you can listen to that wherever podcasts are found. We have another episode coming out on the 28th that will also be recording with Shadow. So check that out. To look at our calendar real quick here. Today, we had a Sword and Tea earlier. If you didn't catch that, it was pretty great. It was with Carson Daniel, who created Tales from Myriad. You might also recognize Carson Daniel as being the artist of the cover art for Legends and Lattes, and turns out to not only be a great artist, but a great TTRPG writer. Tales from Myriad was really cool, so I highly recommend checking that out. Tomorrow, as Eva mentioned, at 10 a.m. Pacific time, is Nick and Eva's Chaotic Playthroughs. I almost said playlist, but that also goes back to Nick and Nora's Infinite. Anyway, so check that out. This is part 2 of Liminal Horror. On the 27th, again, we have the filler episode of Horizon's Call, same time, same great place. On the 28th, we have the new episode of Monster Crush, 10 a.m. in Eva's Chaotic Playthrough. And then we also have a Sword and Tea at 3 p.m. with the game designer Contagion to talk about the game Stars Go Cold. So check that out. We have movie nights on our Discord. Our next one is coming up there every other week. The next one's coming up on the 3rd. That is for October. We're going to do some horror movies. We're going to watch the 2025 movie Death of a Unicorn starring Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. Our movie nights are completely free. All you got to do is just be on the Discord and hang out. They're 6 p.m. Pacific time on every other Friday. We've got more Sword and Teas coming along. We've also got a number of games that are starting in October, including a Monster Hearts 2 game called Summer in Carcosa that we'll be playing Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific time starting the 6th. And then Nightmares on the Frontier, which is a game that we'll be playing in, not GMing. It's going to be GM'd by Valdranth. That will be Sundays starting October 12th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And that is an Eldritch Western game. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Like I said, more stuff on the horizon as well. No pun intended. We have a revamp of a Zenith game, which will be on the calendar relatively soon, that I'm very excited for. It's nothing like it was before, and yet all too familiar as well. We have a really cool double birthday in October as well for not only the incredible Mikyl that you see here, but also one of our favorite people on the channel, one of our favorite horror game runners, Anik. They share a birthday because, awesome people tend to double up. And then, like I said, Horizon's Call will be off for October. October might be a little quiet for some of us, but it's all for a good cause, good reason at least. And then in November, we'll be back in full force. So keep an eye out for all of that. And yeah, I think that's it for us tonight. We are going to be rating Nerds with Dice. So go spread some positivity over there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. We will see you hopefully sooner rather than later. And until then, fair winds and following seas, brave mariners.